Welcome to the Nerdom and Other Nonsense Anime Podcast. Today we're doing a special preview episode for summer 2018's upcoming anime. And guess what? We're not spoiling anything for once. It's a big anime season, and because of that, we have brought multiple people. We have Leo.
As always.
And Kat.
Hey, what's up?
And we also brought on a very special guest. Say hello to Mandi from the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast.
Hi, I'm Mandi. I've been working on a visual novel where all of your romantic partners are ferrets based on different anime tropes. The tsundere ferret, the yandere ferret, the kudere ferret. It's my dream. It's called Ferret Away My Heart.
Wow.
Was this scripted? You bet. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Mandi.
It's fun to be here.
I'm going to play that game. I will 100% play it.
I would 100% play that game.
I would definitely check it out.
I honestly wonder if that game's already been made.
Oh, probably.
Or it's like in production.
They've made like
pigeons.
a horse dating sim, right?
Yeah, there's a horse one. There's one where you date like dragons. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's obviously the pigeon one.
Yeah, there's the pigeon one.
Oh yes, the pigeons.
The cat cafe. There's the cat cafe one.
There's a cat cafe one? Oh.
That's not surprising.
That sounds
oh shoot, what was it
fun.
called? It was called something really like weird too. But it's all these boys who are, and girls, there's girls and boys, they're cursed, where if they leave the cafe, they turn into cats, but at the cafe, they're people.
Oh, nice.
perfect. That's awesome.
That sounds like a terrible curse.
Oh wait, what'd you say, Leo?
I said it just sounds like a terrible curse.
It's something really weird, too. I'm going to look up what the name of it was. I forgot. It was
We'll figure it out.
Hustle
It'll
Cat.
come to you.
That was it.
Hustle cats?
Hustle cats.
Oh my god.
Okay, they gotta hustle to find their mate, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, so since this is our summer predictions episode, we've got like 33 anime listed below that we felt were like worth mentioning, which is down from 58.
I was like,
in
say
spring.
that again. Because spring was
Goddamn.
awful.
Thank God spring is over. As I was going through looking at this, I was thinking that a lot of studios, a lot of people are kind of recovering from spring season right now. So this is definitely a lot lighter.
Yeah. I'll say just before we start recording, we all came to the consensus that we're so glad summer is a very small season.
I know.
Because we're all still recovering.
It sounds like such a counterintuitive thing, just to be like, thank God there's not so many anime, but like at the same time, thank fucking God.
I still haven't finished everything from last season.
Oh, I know.
Neither.
I haven't either.
Yeah. There's too much. All right. So yeah, the way this works is we go through the anime. We're following it on My Anime Lists, like anime season chart sorted by like the most members. So you could follow along with that if you want. And we'll give like a preliminary score for each show. 1 means I'm not watching this garbage. 2 means I might watch this. 3 is like I'm interested, but I might end up dropping it. And 4 is I'm definitely going to watch this show. So yeah.
Sweet.
Let's take it away. There's our first show is a little known anime called Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
Which has 3 seasons. What are you guys expecting from season 3 of Attack on Titan?
Oh man, I'm excited. It's gonna be 24 episodes again, which I appreciate, and the quality, like from the PVs, hasn't dropped like a fucking inch. Like it's still amazing. And okay, I know everyone wants to shit on it right now because they're irritated that it took forever to season 2 to come out, but it's still gonna be like bomb ass amazing. So just shut your mouth and watch it. I don't know. And then like I don't know what people want. I ultimately do think that this show, like in the end, when it's all done, may not end well. I think it's going to be kind of like Lost, where like everyone's really excited, and then at the end it just shits the bed. But I think it'll be a fun ride getting there, and it'll be enjoyable this season. So I'm going to give it a 4.
Oh yes, this will be your your first go reviewing it with me and Bcom, we've had a blast reviewing this review show.
Yeah, it's been fun times. Last season was so up and down because like there were some of my favorite like moments in the entire series in season 2, and then there were complete episodes that were completely unnecessary. Like it was like, why are we even doing this episode? Like these weird flashback episodes that had no point whatsoever. But I don't know. I'm excited for like a full 24 episode run again. So I have this at a 4 as well. And I have amazingly not been spoiled by manga readers still at this point. Like I still don't know what's happening.
That's shocking to me. I've had everything spoiled for me. It's okay though.
Yeah, so like I've watched the last 2 seasons, so I'm just gonna watch the third. But and I'm also just like really excited to bitch about how useless Aaron is some more. Because he's gonna try so hard at something and just fail like he always does.
Man, that boy has some windpipes on him though.
Oh yeah, he can yell.
I just can't wait for him to give him
in a room.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to give us more like crazy eyes. Like, because he has that weird look he gets when he's being real intense.
Yes.
Just looks like he's a serial killer or something.
Yeah, so I'm definitely giving it a 4 also. What do you think, Mandy?
I gave it a 2 because I was like, I might watch this. I have completely fallen off of Attack on Titan. I did watch the last 2 seasons, but I also read ahead in the manga, and it gets really weird. Real weird. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. And I just haven't bought any more since then. I was like, I'm good. But I gave it a 2.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No spoilers, but yeah. It gets really weird. And so yeah, I mean, I gave it a 2 because I was like, well, I might watch it just to see what everyone's talking about, like, because maybe they'll do something different. I don't know. But it's fun. It is fun to watch. It's like a dumb action show. But
yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
and like the whole community is going to be watching it, so it's fun to be part of that crazy conversation.
Of course.
So, yeah, so I might watch it. We'll see. I might just give up on it though. We'll see.
All right. So at number 2 we have Overlord 3.
Oh my gosh.
Is anybody going to be?
Okay. So I watched season 1. I didn't mind it. I watched season 2 and I was just pissed off because I was like, this is not what I wanted. Like season 2 is just lizard sex and like weird side plots that no one understands or gives a shit about. Like, no, literally, there is lizard sex in season 2. Like, I'm not even fucking joking. And
I need to watch this now.
it's bad. Season 2 is bad. It's bad. So if they come back to the main fucking character that I actually watched the show for, maybe I will like it. My prediction, though, it'll be more bullshit. So I'm giving this a 2.
Did they do the whole vampire girl thing?
They just focused a bunch on these lizard people and then like some weird like side characters that you'd never even met before. And I'm like, I don't
maybe
care.
That was in the first season. I don't know.
Like,
I'm caught up on the manga, so I don't know what's all happened. Been so long since I've seen season 1, so I don't remember what exactly happened in all that one. But
okay, yeah,
I don't think the manga's that much ahead.
Yeah, this one just never got my like attention. Like I watched like 7 or 8 episodes of season 1, and I was just like, it's okay. I just didn't really like the main characters all that much, so I don't know. I'm not in on this. I have this at a 1 as well.
Yeah, I got this at a 1. I didn't watch the second season, but I did enjoy the first. Kat's now definitely turning me off from it.
There is like an S&M scene where like he like uses one of the like vampire chicks as like a chair basically, and she almost like comes like he sits crap. On her back and that she like almost has an orgasm. Like it's ridiculous.
What?
Oh yeah, because she just wants to be abused by him. She's like super infatuated with him.
That was the best part of season 2 because like at least it had to do with the main characters. Sorry.
Okay, I won't be watching this.
I also gave it a 1 because I did not see season 2. I saw season 1. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't enough for me to see season 2. So I don't really have an interest.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's keep moving to a weird one, which is FLCL Progressive, which is already airing on Toonami.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna be 6 episodes long. I have been like waiting to just binge all 6 episodes because, like, after watching the original Fooly Cooly, why would you ever watch this weekly? That would be insane to do. Why would you do that? So yeah,
Really?
I've been wanting to do this. Yeah, I'm excited for it though. I did not like super love the original Fooly Cooly, but it had some really interesting ideas. I like the aesthetic of it a lot. I just didn't think like the plot came together in a way that was like interesting or like moving for me, but a lot of other people I know it did. It's like a formative anime for them. So I'm excited to see what they do with this. I have it at a 4 because of that.
Yeah. It's been a while since I saw the first one on Toonami, but I don't really remember liking it all that much. I'm pretty sure I pretty much watched it just like completely episodic and randomly, so out of order may have not helped, but I got this at a 3. I'm definitely checking it out, and I may just end up binging it also.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4 because I remember really enjoying the first one, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember much now. I need to binge through the first one again so I remember, because I'm just having flashes of like robots coming out of people's heads and stuff.
Yeah.
So... But it's also only 6 episodes, so I'm definitely gonna watch it. I love trippy, weird shit. So,
And
I hope it's just as weird and fun.
me too.
yeah. And at number 4, we have Satsuriku no Tenchi, also known as Angels of Death.
So this is a new one, so I guess I'll start reading synopses for any ones that are like not like blatantly known already. So most girls waking up without any memory and meeting a serial killer would panic, but not Ray or Rachel.
Let me stop you right there. We got two.
Yeah.
We got 2 women here. What would your reaction be to waking up next to a serial killer?
How do I know he's a serial killer?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
What on him
Look at
told
the
me?
picture.
Yeah, this guy's a serial killer.
Okay, yeah, he's wearing bandages on his face and he has a scythe.
Yeah, so
carries
there you
around.
go.
And I have no memory of him. I'm definitely punching him in the dick and running.
Okay, that's a good reaction. So yeah, like the rest of the synopsis. In fact, far from being her biggest problem, Killer Zack might just prove a convenient resource when it comes to finding a way out of the building in which they're both trapped.
Also, she's 13.
Yeah, she's 13 years old. He's like, I don't know. Now, Mandy, I saw you started playing the game.
This is based playing off this game. Oh man, I only played the first chapter. This game, I'm so surprised that it has an anime coming because it's an RPG Maker game.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind. And I guess it has a big cult following in Japan. It must have, because it doesn't seem too popular on Steam. So the big following must be in Japan, but I started playing it, and you do wake up in a room like by yourself, and it reminds me a lot of Corpse Party in a way, if anyone's ever played Corpse Party. This is definitely a horror, and like you wake up and like surrounded by like really dark scenery, like blood, and just you don't know where you are, and it has that same kind of feeling to it. And man, I had so many issues with the controls. It's ridiculous. I was so angry because when you meet the bandage guy, I guess his name is Zach. I didn't know it in the game yet. And we're not friends in the game. We are not friends.
He's kind of a psycho from what I've heard.
And I died to him at least 15 times. Because he runs at you so fast, and he's always just one step behind you. So if you mess up just one like pixel, he kills you. I had so many issues trying to get into a door because it's like little pixel graphics. So I had to run and find a place that. It's very unforgiving because it does not because it feels like they're trying to make it hard, but because it's an RPG Maker game. It's just the controls are just not great, but I don't know, maybe it has a good story to it. Maybe that's why the cult has such a big following. I don't know. I haven't experienced enough of the story. But I do know that you have to find a hiding spot. It seems like one of those run for the monster guy, hide, wait till he leaves, go out, find clues, solve how to get X key, X door's key. But But the best part is when you inspect something, he can't kill you, so he just kind of like walks around. It was killing me. I was like, no, and I accidentally clicked on something else that was not the hiding spot, and he's just like stops, and he just starts dancing in a circle. I'm like, I'm just sitting here like, oh, great, he can't kill me, but I'm gonna die as soon as I leave this dialogue screen.
So as soon as he runs into the room, you're like, quick, read this book.
Yes. He's just like standing in a circle, like spinning in a circle.
And then he's like, ah, shit, she's reading a book.
Reading a book, I can't kill her now. Man, the dialogue is awful too. Like the second level, I meet like some doctor guy, and he's gonna follow me around. I'm gonna guess he's the next Psycho. I don't know, but
so you're gonna be watching this anime?
I'm gonna try. I gave it a 3 because I was like, this is so popular, I have to know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I looked into the staff a little bit, and it's just like a bunch of people with JC staff who I think they mostly worked on like Alice and Zoroku and like Heavy Object before this. So it's like, that could be good or bad. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
If the dialogue is anything like the game, it's going to be bad. Because like I inspected a bed, and the guy's like, oh, you must be tired. You want to go to sleep? I was like, right now, like in this situation, he's like, oh, you must be smart as a tack. I was like, what?
Wow. So it did get
If you look
after
at my
the game
Twitter,
came
I
out,
put
it
up
got a
screenshots.
manga adaptation. So maybe some of the dialogue is being rewritten already
be
for
good.
the manga.
Probably.
Hopefully.
I'm going to keep playing that train wreck, though. I have to know.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have this at a 2. I don't know about this one. Everybody's in the place seems to be a psycho of some sort. I won't spoil it, but they make some weird agreement with each other about getting out of this place eventually, and it's weird. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh man, I have it at a 3 also. Either this is going to be, I don't think it's going to be good or great, but I think if anything, it'll be entertaining, or it's just going to be awful.
Yeah.
I think
And
it'll
like
be
you said-
good though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Bcom, you're worried about how the relationship innuendo is going to work since Rachel's 13, but the reason 13-year-olds keep popping up in anime is because the federal law says the age of consent over there is 13.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
The federal
They-
law,
they
not
like 'em-
prefectural
they like
laws,
'em
which
nice
mostly have it
and
at
young.
18.
It can change.
Nice and rare.
It can change by prefecture, yes. They can change up the age, but if they don't say anything otherwise, then it's 13.
But yeah, that is why every lolly in anime is 13 years
Yep.
old.
That-
At least.
Okay.
So dumb.
Good to know.
Oh, anyway.
Kat, what you got?
What for the next one? I think I already said, but okay. So I mean, I have it at a 3. I'm probably going to enjoy this. I'm not like 100% on it because I haven't like played the game or whatever, like Mandi. But I am excited, and like like I said, this season is just chock full of horror anime, and like I love horror anime. It's like one of my favorite genres. So of course I'm gonna be fucking watching this. So.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Next show we've got Isekai Mao to Shokan Shoujo no Dore Majutsu, which is how not to summon a demon lord. Which, Kat, I think you perfectly described what this is with your first sentence.
This is basically harem isekai number 1501. Like it's I don't know. It's generic video game main character meets lolly bitch 1 and opie bitch 2. Because like that's what it is. It's like one of the girls is a lolly and one of the girls has giant ass boobs, and they fight over them.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read the synopsis though, because it is kind of hilarious. So in the MMORPG, of course, Cross Reverie, Takuma is so powerful that he is lauded as the demon lord by other players. One day, he is summoned to a world outside of his own, but with the same appearance he had in the game. There he meets 2 girls who both proclaim themselves to be his summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual to turn him into their summon, but that's when Takuma's passive ability, Magic Reflection, activates.
Of course.
Instead, the girls become enslaved by him. Anyway, it's dumb.
It is dumb. I don't know. Like, I don't understand why they keep making these. Like, they're the same fucking show. I swear to God, they're the same show. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so similar to Death March to Another World from winter of this year. It's like,
which everyone
these are
was
almost
psyched
exactly the
for.
same.
Like, and I was like, why are you psyched for this anime? Like, why? I don't know.
It's the slavery aspect.
Oh,
Yeah, Leo. Tell us about how psyched you are for the slavery aspect.
Oh, man. You stepped in that yourself. You need to wipe that off your own shoe.
Oh man, so I'll go ahead and say my piece. As soon as I read reverse slavery magic, I was just like, can I make Bcom watch more shows that have slavery in them this year?
Son of a bitch.
That's why I put this out of 3. So I actually got excited about it.
I gave this a 1. I have 0 interest.
Yeah.
And I think I even said on our podcast too, when I was going through, I was like, didn't we just have this anime? Is it just
I know.
continuing? And somebody else had to point it out. It's like, oh no, that was a completely different anime. I'm like, what? It sounds exactly the same.
There's also
They just rename the characters every time.
there's
That's all
also
they do.
two more isekai anime that are very similar to this in the same season.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yep.
it's dumb.
It's crazy.
Don't fall for that anymore.
I also gave this a 1. It's from Studio Ajia Do, who did Izetta the Last Witch, but never anything else like interesting besides that. And I dug deep into the staff for like every one of these anime to try and find like
Nice.
interesting people working on them. I found so little this season. Like, everybody interesting is on vacation this summer. And there's, like, only a few shows that have interesting staff working on them. And so many of these shows have brand new staff.
I'm just imagining
weird.
all of the good staff, like, in their room with all the lights off, just in a massive state of, like, stress from the spring season, like, recovering in, like, a mental ward somewhere. They're like, we need to get them back to speed before fall.
If there's any isekai you're going to watch, it should be Kono Subarashi. If you're going to watch one, that one's at least hilarious.
Yeah, that one was pretty funny.
Has everybody said their piece?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my
Number
gosh.
6, we have Free Dive to the Future
Yes!
Season 3.
Yes, bitches! Free is back. You thought it was
I'm
done.
excited.
It's not done. They're back. They're in college. Hot Bishi college boys with
I
abs.
know. Now they're legal.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god.
Yes. I'm excited. Oh, I love this show so much. Like, 4 all the way.
Same. I went and saw the movie with my sister in theaters, and so after seeing that, I'm really excited to see what happens to them, because it wasn't really like a movie. It was more like OVAs, like 4 episodes just squished together of just like where they are now after school. And they introduced some new kids, and me and my sister are like, who the fuck is this guy? So we're like, and then they never tell you, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna know in the next season. We have to watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is interesting because, like, the original director of Free is a woman named Hiroko Utsumi, and she's not working on season 3. It's
Oh, no.
instead like a different director, a guy who did the Take Your Marks movie. He directed
okay,
that.
cool.
So he's carrying on with it. They were both like key animators for KyoAni for a long time, and he like worked as an episode director on the first season, so he knows what's going on and everything. But like the reason that she's not working on this is she's working on Banana Fish instead. So she has good
Okay.
reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
So that's interesting. I have not watched the first 2 seasons. I'm going to try and catch up because
Oh, really?
I'm a huge KyoAni
boy.
person.
I'm
I've just never
impressed.
watched
You've never
this.
watched Free?
Yeah, I just
I'm really
completely
surprised.
like been on my back burner forever. So
I'm impressed.
I love sports anime. I love swimming. So like I'll probably like this.
Yeah,
but,
I'm impressed
yeah.
that you're going to take the time. Good for you, Bcom.
I'm so glad there are people that are impressed that I'm going to watch some anime.
You're going to watch some, like, Bishi Boy anime. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm not against that. Like as long as it's like, especially if it's just KyoAni, where it's going to be beautifully animated.
It is going
and
to
the
be.
story will probably be better than average.
The
so.
story is awesome.
yeah.
It's not just a Bishi Boy anime, to be fair.
And then there's me, completely on the opposite side of the spectrum. I will never watch Free willingly.
Leo.
I get it.
Kat, you know what that means?
Give
That means
one.
lock.
Do not watch
means
this. Do
lock.
not
Oh my
watch
gosh.
this.
I'm going to go psycho with my lock and just make Leo watch this.
Well, I
Nice.
have never been evil to you.
Oh.
It's only Bcom has been mean to you.
But then we turn around And we have another show that's set in a water area. It's just that there's cute girls in the water this time. It's called Yuuna and the Haunted Hot Springs, or Yuragiso no Yuuna-san. And look, Leo gave this one a 3. That's so weird.
How strange.
It's so strange to me.
Okay, look, it's just something I want to check out, even if its premise could fail miserably.
Be honest.
But
Be
I think
honest why you
more than
like
anything,
it. Tell us why you like it, Leo.
I think the comedy will be cool.
It's them booties.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's just going to be my like weird side joy watch of the season for the comedy, ecchi, and harem element. I mean, that's all it is.
This is
really.
going to be like that.
I don't really expect too much out of it.
What was
I'm just
that
going to probably
called?
watch it
The
anyways.
one that Leo passed, like Shoujo Girls Machiavellianism or something.
Machiavellianism.
This is going to be that of the season.
Uso shoujo Machiavellianism. Yes.
I'll read the synopsis because, like, stop me if you've heard this premise before. But Kogarashi, a high school boy cursed with misfortune to see ghosts since birth, finds a haunted inn offering rent-free rooms to anyone able to exorcise a ghost. When the ghost turns out to be an innocent young girl, Kogarashi decides to help her move on rather than purify her. While he works on that, Kogarashi is pulled into the paranormal hijinks of the other residents of the inn and even his new schoolmates.
The ghosts are always innocent young girls. Have you not seen The Ring?
Somehow.
Look, she has a much nicer hairstyle than the girl from The Ring. I'll just say that. But yeah, I'm not that interested in this one because, like, it's just like an ecchi yokai in show. I have it at a 1. It's also from the director of Clockwork Planet.
Oh,
so...
no. Red flag.
No, thank you.
Huge red flag. Oh, man.
There was a couple interesting like voice acting notes. One is that there's this new seiyuu who is voicing like the main character. Her name is Miuri Shimabukuro. And I just thought it was weird because she's voicing major characters in like 4 shows this season after never having done anything before. So she's voicing the main character in this. She's voicing the main character in Hanebado, Nagisa.
Ooh.
Like one of the main characters in Harukana Receive, the volleyball anime, and like one of the idol girls in like Angaku Shoujo. So it's like
Interesting.
4 shows like for like a first year seiyuu is kind of crazy. I wonder if like they come out of school and it's like, this was our top student.
Well, I
Put her
wonder
in
if
everything.
she was an idol, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
She's either
I
just
couldn't find out much about her.
she's either just that good or she's like super hot and they're hoping to have her help sell things.
I would say she is super hot from the picture
Oh,
I
okay.
saw. So
Yeah,
that's part
same.
of
I'm
it.
looking at her now.
Yeah.
I really like how Kat hears Clockwork Planet and she's like, huge red flag. But then again, she's the one who continued to watch that show of her own free will.
But I was traumatized by that show because I continued to watch it of my own free will. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Oh, the other voice acting thing I noticed was that there's like a purple-haired girl in this who looks cool, and she's being voiced by Rie Takahashi, who is like Megumin from Konosuba. And like in the character art, she's holding what looks like kind of like a sharp object. So I'm like, please give me a yandere Rie Takahashi character. That's all I want. That's all I want.
I just
Please.
hope there's some sweet ghost finger licking in this. This will be fantastic.
Oh,
Ghost
man.
finger
Clockwork
licking.
Planet. Oh.
Basically, this anime is like the synopsis really should be: boy has hot ghost living in his room. Sexy scenarios ensue. Like,
Exactly.
also, it's a hot spring. Nude scenes. Like that's all I had to put. Like,
Mandy, have you said your piece yet?
I gave it a 1. I have 0 interest. After
Nice.
reading
we'll
the
move on.
synopsis and looking at the picture, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, pretty
All
much.
right, let's move on to a more interesting show. At number 8, we have Grand Blue. What do you guys think?
I'll read the synopsis. So, after moving out on his own to a seaside town, Kitahara Iori makes a college debut he never anticipated. A new chapter of his life unfolds, full of diving with beautiful girls and shenanigans with a gaggle of lovable bastards. Idiot expert Inoue Kenji. Can you imagine if they wrote in your, like, I don't know, like, after you died, like, this man was an idiot expert.
I'd be
Or
like, what
it's like
does that
your
even
review
mean?
at work.
Unlike his epitaph.
Yeah, your
Idiot
obituary was what I
expert.
was looking for. Like, oh my god. Au Naturel Authority, Yoshioka Kimitake, they bring a glorious college tale filled with booze-filled antics. So yeah, this is from director Shinji Takamatsu, who directed shows like School Rumble, Non-Baka, Cute High Earth Defense Club Love, and also strangely Gundam Wing.
Nice.
What?
That's random.
And he's also been like the sound director for like all of Gintama.
Okay.
It's cool, I guess. Like, he's a good director. This seems like it's gonna be like a pretty raunchy comedy, and I like that it's set in college a lot.
I do like that. It seems
And it has one of my favorite voice actresses in it, Chika Anzai.
Okay.
Who voiced Reina in Hibiki Euphonium, voicing one of the girls. So I'm excited for that.
okay.
Yeah,
basically.
like I'm really interested in this too because the manga has an insanely high rating on Mao. It like almost has a 9.
Yeah.
I was like, man, people really love this, and everybody keeps recommending it to me, and I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet. But everyone's like, this is the funniest thing that I have ever, like, manga that I've ever read. I was like, And now
Ooh, I
I'm kind of
wasn't
scared to read it.
I wasn't expecting funny from it.
Yeah, okay, so there's been a thing. The PVs I've been reading on Reddit as people respond to the PVs coming out, and people have been like, this is so misleading, this PV. Like, what are they doing? Because the PVs make it look like a Manchu or something, like a very, like, normal, like,
Yeah.
Okay.
scuba diving show. But it's like a raunchy comedy.
Yeah.
like,
I
for
wondered
sure.
if it was more raunchy because, like, what I wanted from this was just for it to have more diving in it than a manchu does. Because, like, I love a manchu.
Yeah, me too.
For like a lot of
I
reasons.
know.
This completely changes my expectations of what I was wanting from this show now.
Yeah, I read like
the synopsis
you were like,
for
I
the
want
manga.
reasonable relationships from this show, and I was like,
Yeah,
maybe.
the synopsis for the manga goes, but things don't go exactly according to plan when he goes to school. Upon entering the shop, he encounters a group of rowdy, naked upperclassmen who immediately coerce him into participating in their alcoholic activities. Though unwilling at first, Iori quickly gives in and becomes the heart and soul of the party. Unfortunately, this earns him the scorn of his cousin, Chisa Kotegawa, who walks in at precisely the wrong time.
I'll be honest, that group of people sounds like my group of friends from high school.
I
Yeah,
know.
this could be really fun.
Of course.
Yeah.
I gave this a 3 because I was like, I can't give it a 4 because I can't guarantee that I'm not gonna drop it, but
Right.
I'm definitely gonna check it out though because it's so highly rated. I have to.
I think we're all in the same boat, considering
Yeah, I
we
give it
all
a 3
gave it
as well.
threes.
Same boat.
We'll keep an open
We're all gonna
mind.
dive
All right.
into it.
We're all gonna
There
dive
you
into it together.
We're gonna dive to the future into the Grand Blue.
Yes, please.
That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so the next show, Tenrou, Sirius the Jaeger from PA Works.
Okay,
It's original now.
let
Also,
me save you the synopsis. This show is basically werewolves
Yeah.
versus vampires, the anime.
yes, exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
So yeah, this is from director Masahiro Ando, who he did the Kickstarter production for Under the Dog, which you might remember, but he's probably better known for directing anime like Hanasaku Iroha, Kanan, and like Snow White with the Red Hair, which are
really?
all like pretty excellent.
That's surprising. Huh.
And I was laughing so hard to myself. So I was a backer for Under the Dog, and when we got it with like a director's like
I remember
staff
this.
commentary,
I
like
was too.
voice chat. Yeah, and so like it's so interesting because like in that commentary, like he's chatting with the guys and they're like tired from making the anime, and he's like, "There's so many guns we had to draw in this anime. I'm never drawing guns again ever." And they're just
And
like
it's
all
only
laughing
an
about
episode.
it. And then I watched this PV and it's all guns, and I'm like, "Oh, this poor guy, he can't escape
Nice.
the guns." At least they're like 1930s era guns, so maybe it's easier. I doubt it though. It's probably just as hard. But yeah, I'm really interested in this one. I have an affinity for the composer of the music, Masaru Yokoyama, because he did soundtracks for like Scum's Wish and Your Line April that were really good.
Both good.
And just like watching the PV, I was like, this looks a lot like Princess Principal, like except with aged up characters. And I'm like completely down for that.
I can
So
see where
I
you're
hope it's
coming
good.
from with that. Like the style kind of feels like Princess Principal. I get what you're coming from. Yeah.
And the setting, like the 1930s
Yeah,
setting.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it at a 4. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I've got it at a 3.
Me too.
I'm just a little wary about this one. I think I'll enjoy it, but just like Bcom said, I'm worried. I'm worried about the writing. It may go downhill and just get like I don't know, convoluted or just like complete nonsense, or where the pacing just goes to complete shit. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Same, I got it at a 3 too, just because I thought that the animation, the PV looked amazing. So I was like, man, I really gotta check this out, but I don't know anything about the story, so I can't guarantee I'm gonna keep up with it, but we'll see.
Yeah. I've basically come to trust PA Works. Like, they've made a lot of my favorite shows in the past. They also made Horse Girls Pretty Derby, the best show of last season.
No,
by
no.
Yeah, you have a huge heart on for PA work.
Don't talk about that like it's the
So I've
best
chosen
show.
never to always just trust PA Works from now on.
This is,
The guy who picked Hisone Tommaso Tan over.
I know,
Indeed.
right?
Indeed.
Sometimes you have the worst taste. I don't know, Bcom.
Thank you.
I love
appreciate
you,
that.
but like sometimes when you say shit like that, it just makes me recoil. Like,
Speaking of the worst taste, the next
Oh,
show
God,
is called
yes.
Island.
You ranked it the highest out of us.
I know. Studio Feel. I guess I'll read the synopsis. This is a visual novel adaptation. So it's basically I'm not gonna read the synopsis. Basically, a guy shows up on an island. There's 3 cute lolly girls there.
Okay, yeah,
There's
I just
a
wanted
mystery.
to say the picture is 3 lollies. I immediately passed.
Same.
So I did so much digging into this to try and figure out what this is going to be. A lot of people like this game. It has 3 main routes that you do first, right? Of like with one of each of the girls. It is a romance, but there's no arrow scenes or anything like that.
but still,
So
it's a romance with
pure-
lollies. Like, it doesn't matter
True.
if it's pure.
Yes, true.
It doesn't fucking matter.
And then there's like a whole bunch of other routes that start after the main 3 routes because it's like a big mystery and then it all unravels kind of slowly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I feel like this is going to be hard to adapt because all visual novels are hard to adapt and there's rarely good visual novel adaptations. So it's probably going to be pretty confusing and it'll depend on whether we like the main character a lot as to whether the show is going to be any good.
I don't know.
It's kind of intriguing to me. I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance, so that's why I have it at a 3, but it could be a quick drop depending on what it looks
I
like.
was looking at screenshots from the visual novel, and this guy looks way too old for them.
oh, I know, right?
Jesus.
Yes, he does.
Yep, as always.
Also, apparently they're all 17.
Oh, yeah,
Bullshit.
that's such
Oh,
bullshit.
wow.
They
Bullshit.
they
These
don't
are
even
definitely
look
some
13.
children.
They don't even look 13. They look more like 10. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I gave it a 2. I was like, the only way I'm gonna watch this is if somebody tells me this is really good.
Yeah, basically.
I have it at 2 because I'm just going to look at the nonsense for about 2 episodes and then just never look at it again. Just so I can be like, I saw how bad it was.
Also, if you want to ruin your afternoon, go to my anime list and go like search Island and just look at the art, like the thumbnail art for the show,
Yeah.
and try to figure out where the girl in the foreground's front right leg goes in that picture. Just try to figure it out.
What the?
That's all I'm gonna say.
What the hell?
Just try to figure out where the fuck
What
it goes.
is
That's the true
happening
mystery of
to
this
her?
show. It's one of the worst drawings I've ever seen. It's so bad.
But it's almost like
Anyway.
Haru's hand, like arm in the free one. Did you look at that?
Oh wait, no. Oh god,
it
is there
looks
another?
all
Let me
like
see.
twisted. Like, look at his right arm, or his right arm.
It just looks like she has her legs crossed and her knee pulled up towards her face.
Oh, man.
Oh, weird.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's. Oh my! What is he doing to his wrists?
I know.
Oh,
His
it's
like
bad.
right arm looks all like twist and bent.
Yeah.
Step up your drawing game, anime industry.
Now that I have
Anyway.
seen this, I can't unsee it. I don't know.
Unsee it, right?
Well, okay. Anything else before we move on?
No, I think we're
Okay,
good.
so the next show is Gintama, season 347.
I don't think anyone of us have ever watched Gintama, judging by the
I have
scores.
not- I watched the first episode of Gintama. I was like, I'm going to watch this. I watched the first episode. It was okay. And I never watched it anymore.
I watched the first episode too, and I was like, I don't understand why everyone loves the shit out of this. I don't know.
Well, the whole thing with Gintama is you're supposed to like wait like 38 episodes and then it gets
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Because
Wow.
we have that time in
So,
our
I don't
lives. I'm sure.
good. Yes, clearly.
We probably shouldn't shit
I
on
heard
it.
this was a bottom 5 anime on Mal.
I mean, we probably shouldn't shit on it because like everyone fucking loves Gintama. It seems like.
Yeah.
We're sorry,
For that reason, I
Gintama
have it at a
fans.
1.
We promise. We're not shitting on you. Okay.
Bottom line, we all put it at 1 because none of us have an interest in Gintama. Basically.
At this point, yeah.
I've only watched 6 episodes of the very first season, and I was like, and I looked to see how many episodes there were. I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. I was like, there's way too much here. I can't.
Yeah.
So I've had it like on hold forever.
That makes sense. If you love
I didn't
Gintama,
hate it.
you'll watch it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I did. It wasn't like I had any like objection to it. I was just like, I can't do this. There's too many episodes.
Oh boy.
Now, speaking of isekai shows that you thought were literally just made before, this one called The Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Einherjar. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Einherjar. I don't know the English pronunciation.
Einherjar.
From Studio EMT Squared, I'll read the synopsis, which is, this may remind you of something. So Yuto gets more than he bargained for when he joins his childhood friend Mitsuki in testing out an urban legend. When he uses his phone to take a picture of himself with the local shrine's divine mirror, he's whisked off into another world, one heavily steeped in the lore of the old Norse myths. Using his knowledge gained from school and from his solar-powered smartphone.
Solar-powered? Oh, okay.
Never mind that you need a fucking cell phone network or the internet or like anything for this to work more than just solar power. He has the chance to bring the Wolf Clan, the people who cared for him, to prominence, all while earning the adoration of a group of lolly maidens known as the Einherjar.
So isekai and cell phones are almost its own thing at this point.
Yep.
At least this one, he's going green. He's got solar-powered.
Well, the
Oh,
other
that's
one.
a new thing. Everybody's going green.
Yeah, no. Okay, so like it's basically the same as the one we covered earlier, except this one has like, yeah, I don't know why they made another one in the same season that's basically the fucking same. The only good point of this that I may see is that it's set like based on Norse mythology themes, so like maybe that'll be something, but like I'm not holding my breath like to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to watch this show.
Well, why not? I mean, this studio is responsible for such fantastic anime as Kuma Miko, Love Tyrant, and Alice to Alice, which the director of this just finished doing last season.
Love Tyrant. Oh, man.
Nice.
That's a red flag.
I never even watched or heard anybody say anything about Alice to Alice last season. Did anybody even watch it?
I watched a couple episodes. It was like completely boring, even for people who wanted like cute, like little sister stuff. Like it was just boring. I don't get it. I don't know what the point of it was. The series composition for this is done by a person who did the same for In Another World with My Smartphone. I just imagine this person's like, another fucking smartphone light novel I have to adapt into an anime. At least they're experienced at it. Like, they know what went wrong
They
last
know their
time, I guess.
smartphones.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I have this at a 1, predictably. So, yeah.
Stop making the same damn anime 20 times. Move on, bitches. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, 1. There's like hundreds of other shows out there exactly like this, so whatever.
All right. So, next show, Banana Fish from Studio Mappa. I'm excited for this. So the synopsis: nature made Ash Lynx beautiful, and nurture made him a cold, ruthless killer.
I love the synopsis.
A runaway brought up as the adopted heir and sex toy of Papa Dino Gulzine.
Oh, man.
Ash, now at the rebellious age of 17, forsakes the kingdom held out by the devil who raised him. But the hideous secret that drove Ash's older brother mad in Vietnam has suddenly fallen into Papa's insatiably ambitious hands. And it's exactly the wrong time for Eiji Okamura, a pure-hearted young photographer from Japan. I was trying to think of the yaoi term for like the uke. Like a pure-hearted young uke to make Ashley's acquaintance.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, is uke the right term? I don't even know.
Yeah,
it
Seme's
is.
like the dominant.
Sem is like the dominant one? Okay,
Yeah.
yes, okay. Yeah, this is from, like I said, the director of the original 2 seasons of Free from Kyoto Animation. And she's working with these 3 chief animation directors on the show who have all served as chief animation directors on other good-looking shows, like for different reasons, like Inuyashiki, one of them, Attack on Titan, another one of them, and 91 Days, which has it's an aesthetic that's similar to what this show is going to look like as well. So unless something goes very wrong, it should look great.
The PVs like have their own style to them. It's almost like a little bit old fashioned. Like it's good though. I really like the style. So
Part of like the text over everything reminded me of Megalobox a little bit in the style.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I liked that. One difference from the manga apparently is that it's going to take place, the show, in modern day New York City, whereas the manga took place in the 1980s, which is weird.
oh, okay.
It's also the Noitamina block show for anybody who wanted to know, and it's going to run for 24 episodes, which is like Noitamina usually runs in groups of like 11 at a time. So it's interesting that they're doing 24
for this show. Like how this is lower on the scale than those 2 fucking generic isekai shows utterly baffles me. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
People are less excited for this than those. That just makes me lose faith in humanity. I don't know. I'm really excited for this. It's a gangster show, like Bcom was saying, with a yaoi undertone, but I've heard that the undertone like stays an undertone, which is very rare for a show with like gay characters in it. Like, I mean, I guess you could say Yuri on Ice like tried to keep that an undertone, but like really it wasn't. So like it'll be interesting to see if they're right. So like if they're actually able to keep the plot like the main focus with this only an undertone, that would be impressive to me. And it has like a Vietnam War plot. I don't know. I'm excited. 4. I'm fucking watching this.
Yeah, 4 for me as well.
I'm definitely going to check it out. So it gets a 3 for me. But is nobody just like going to recognize that the title of this anime is fucking weird? It sounds like,
but whatever do you mean?
It sounds like one of Kat's safe words. I'm just saying.
Now I really want to use that as a safe word.
We had banana cats. Now we have banana fishes. What else can we put inside bananas?
If we go too far, just remember to say banana fish.
I'm never going to get that out of my head. Damn it, Leo. Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh,
I also
wonderful.
gave it a 3. Because I was like, I haven't read the manga, but it is really highly rated, so I'm definitely going to check it out. So we'll see.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm so curious
I'm really
about this
interested
one.
in it, though.
Okay. Oh, so how interested is everybody in this next
Oh
show?
my
Number
gosh.
14,
Yes!
Backstreet Girls.
I am so excited for this show. Okay.
Well, you take it, Kat. You take it. Go for
Okay,
it.
I'm going to read the synopsis. A group of 3 Yakuza failed their boss for the last time. After messing up an important job, the boss gives them 2 choices: honorably commit suicide or go to Thailand to get sex reassignment surgery in order to become female idols. After a gruesome year-long training to become idols, they successfully debut with overwhelming popularity, much to their dismay. This is where their tragedy truly begins. I am so fucking excited
Oh, no.
for this show.
Yeah, so this is Backstreet Girls or Gokudolls.
Okay.
Yeah, God
This
damn it.
is this is like the trash show that I will absolutely watch every second of. I know it will be an utter mess. I know it's going to be offensive. I don't care. I'm going to watch it anyway, and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of it. Did you see, like, did anyone else watch the PV?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I saw lots of crotches.
Okay.
I did.
Yes, they do a lot of panty shots, but like, okay, they have this scene at the very end of the PV where they're all sitting like not facing each other, like feeling each other's boobs, presumably because like they're all guys
Yes.
and they're into girls, but like they can't get girls anymore the way they want to, and so they're just feeling each other up. I don't know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be raunchy. I'm excited.
It just seems like a reverse Maho Shoujo Ore to me. Like it's just the opposite of Maho
Totally.
Shoujo Ore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so or like kind of the same. I don't know. It's a reverse, but also the same. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think it's going to be the breeding ground for a lot of transphobic jokes for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it handles it like kind of better than it seems like it's going to. We'll see.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, I've been reading the manga. They don't do any transphobic jokes, not that I can remember.
Well, that's interesting because the whole premise seems like one, but
No,
okay.
it's more like their fucking dire situation that they're in is what all the joking is.
Okay, well, that's good. That's better.
Yeah.
The director, Kon Chiaki, she's directed Golden Time, Nodame Cantabile, Junjo Romantica, and Higurashi in the past. So, like, it's a good director. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I have it at a 1.
All of you guys are like 1, 2, and I'm over here with my 4. Like waving in the air. Like,
Oh, I will say in this PV, these crotch shots are not in the manga. The skirt is still always covering them, even when their legs are spread.
it makes me
Interesting.
So that's for the anime specifically.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I gave it a 2. I was like, I might try it if people think it's funny. So that's why the only reason I didn't give it a 1. But from the the synopsis, I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 also. The jokes are kind of I'm finding them very boring in the manga and stuff. But then again, you never know how it's going to adapt. So if I start hearing good stuff, I'll pick it up. But the thing is, a lot of the faces that you see in Hinamatsuri, this show does it, but just like overdone. And it doesn't look as good as Hinamatsuri's does.
Okay.
So
No. Yeah.
Yeah, if people say this is really funny, I'll give it a shot. But I don't know.
Yeah. All right. The next show is our last big, like, kind of isekai type thing. Shichisei no Subaru, or Seven Senses of the Reunion. I'll read the synopsis. It's a group of elementary school friends who once formed a party in a popular MMORPG called Reunion. And despite being elementary schoolers, they became really famous for their unparalleled ability to use, like, the sense system at the very core of the game, which is, like, senses are, like, kind of like special powers you have in this game. However, one of the party members died, so they stopped playing and Union ended its service. But after 6 years pass, Haruto, who's like the main guy in the party, he's become a high school student now with no friends or ambition. But a classmate gets him to play a new game called Reunion, which is like, why would they let him make a new game if somebody died in the original one? And why would they name it like anything related to the old one? Anyway, and he ends up meeting the girl who died. Oh, spooky. And yeah, it's really, really strange. I don't know.
Yeah,
This sounds dumb.
It sounds
I'm
like
giving it a 1. There's also no noteworthy staff working on this, and the one teaser was just like a couple of drawings.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
It's like, this is a light novel.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's basically an isekai with like a dead childhood friend in it. I don't know.
God damn.
I'm interested in this sense system. Do they just like smell each other?
Yes. No, I wish
other?
that was the case. I really wish that was the case. I read through some of the characters' senses, and they were so generic. It was just like,
oh man,
she has the power to change reality.
Aww.
She has the power to stop other people from using their senses.
Oh,
that is not.
Just
I
like
have super taste.
No, it would be cool if it was something like that. But,
I have a 1.
yeah.
I have
Yeah, I
zero
got a
interest.
1 also. It just looks like a bunch of overacted drama, and everybody knows I hate that shit. Ooh.
All right. The next show, which is an interesting one, it's called Chio
dear.
School Road, or Chio-chan no Sugakuro, from Diomedia. I didn't write a synopsis, but it's basically just like crazy antics on this girl's way to school every day.
I was gonna say, can you write a synopsis for this?
okay, but like
No.
it's not just crazy antics. Like you're underselling it a bit. Like it's like super crazy and violent. Like at one point, this girl like is walking down the street. She sees these dudes. She like machine guns them down, and a car catches
Yes.
fire. And like she just walks away and is like, "It's dangerous going to school." And I'm just like, "What the fuck is this?"
And it starts with her stripping. She's on a stripper pole.
It starts with her doing a strip routine with like a Yakuza guy in the audience, like drinking like a tumbler of liquor and just be like, interesting. It's so weird. They've chosen really good voice actors for this. The main girl is voiced by Naomi Ozora, and she did Satania from Gabriel Dropout, who was like hilarious in that
fantastic.
show.
That's so nice to know.
And Yuki, who's another girl on the show, is voiced by Kaede Hondo, who's Minoa from Anime Guitars, who we just praised for being really cute in an episode of Yotsuyo Biori the other week.
Oh, okay.
So she's good. And yeah, like I was reading like about Chio's character, the main character. Apparently, she's a hardcore PC gamer who hates Japanese games but loves overseas video games.
Oh man, I already love her.
Exactly. At the same time, I was like, oh, I love this girl so much.
You're sick of procedurally generated dungeons too? Thank
Yes.
God. We
I hope
are
they get
best
into that.
friends already. I gave it a 3.
but yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna try it.
I also gave it a 3. I got very strong like Nichijou and like maybe Pop Team Epic
Same.
vibes from this a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a 3 also because it looks funny as hell, but I have doubts if it would be worth discussing on the podcast.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah,
we
we'll
will
have
have to wait and
We'll
see.
see.
We'll watch.
We'll see.
I have high hopes for this one, but
Me too. All right, number 17.
man.
Happy Sugar Life.
this fucking show. I don't even know what to think of this show. Like, what is this? Like, in the synopsis, they talk about how this main character, whose name is like Sato, like she meets the love of her life. But like, okay,
Yep.
in the PVs, it looks like her younger sister or something. Like the other girl is so young looking and like little.
Yeah.
So I'm like, does she just mean like her sister, or like is this some fucked up thing that we don't even know what it is yet? Like
At one point,
It's a fucked
in the
up thing I read into.
In the PV, you see somebody putting up flyers of the little girl, so it makes you wonder if she like fucking stole her or something.
oh, I know.
She did.
I don't know. It's
No,
fucking
like
weird.
yeah, that's true, Leo. Like that's a good. Apparently, she just found this girl on the street and took her in, and she knows that people are looking for her, but doesn't care because she's like in love with her.
Yeah, and you just-
in a kind of pedo way.
You just see her
that's
like
really
becoming
dangerous.
more and more creepy like throughout the PV, and I'm just like, the fuck is this? Like, I don't know. I'll watch it for a little bit to see if it's like the kind of scary where you're like, maybe I want to keep watching just because like what the fuck, but I guess we'll see. I don't know.
And like, yeah, the main character Sato is being voiced by Kana Hanazawa. The little girl is being voiced by Misaki Kuno, who voiced the youngest sister Momo in Sangatsu no Lion. So she'll be adorable.
Yeah, that
okay.
makes sense. Yeah, okay.
And this was another one where Yuichiro Umehara was supposed to voice a character called Daichi, but he was hospitalized with autoimmune disease, so a lot of his parts have been passed on to other people.
Yeah, I remembered about that.
Which is kind of sad. But he's been replaced by Kaito Ishikawa, who voices like My Hero Academia's Ida and Genos from One Punch Man. So another good
Cool.
voice. And yeah, the chief director is like Kusakawa Keizo. He did the same role for like Aho Girl and Action Hero and Cheer Fruits and like Fuka and Kankole. And under him is the actual director, who is Nobuyoshi Nagayama, who directed My Girlfriend is a Show Bitch. So
Oh God.
I don't know. And yeah, this is a new studio called Ezola. And based on the people who are working on this, it seems to be a spin-off from Diomedia, as far as I could figure out. But yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know what to think of this. It seems like it's going to be real weird.
Yeah, I gave it
We'll
a 2. It looks stupid, but I'll watch the first couple episodes to see if it has anything to it. But I
could,
doubt
I also gave it a
could
2.
surprise us and be like so scary it's good type thing, but like it's definitely got some creepy tones to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we just turn a blind eye to her being a pedophile.
Well, maybe that's part of what
Yeah.
makes it a good horror. You know what I mean? Like the creepiness of it. I don't know.
It could, yes, in a way.
I gave
Yeah.
it a 2 too. I don't have any faith in it, but I do like psychological horror shows and games. So I don't know. We'll see. I might
All
try
right.
it, and I will most likely hate it. Maybe it'll
So we
surprise
can move
me.
on to number 18 called High Score Girl.
Hell yeah.
And
So I'll read the synopsis.
Go
The
for
story of the 90s arcade romantic comedy manga begins in this is like the manga synopsis. So it begins in 1991 during the heyday of the 2D fighting game boom. Sixth grader Haruo spends practically his entire day at the arcade in the seedy part of town, oblivious to the world around him. However, one day he encounters Akira, his female classmate with good grades and money. That's a funny like descriptor. She has good grades and money. She may look out of place at the arcade, but she's actually a top-class gamer, and she like completely outmatches him playing Street Fighter 2, and a relationship develops from this unlikely encounter between them. I think this looks like it could be awesome. It has a lot of like footage from actual like old Capcom like 2D fighting games, and it seems that they actually care about being like legit about this, because like they hired Yoko Shimomura, who has composed soundtracks for like games like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15, and of course Street Fighter 2 to do the music for this show as well. My only concern is that it doesn't look like visually very good. It's kind of CG.
I will say the designs are exactly from the manga, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I kind of like their face designs, like their crazy like sharp eyes are kind of cute. But yeah, I think this could get a lot of attention from like retro gaming fans and pull some people in if it's any good. Like hopefully it is any good. So I have this at a 3 because I'm optimistic about it.
I think basically. I can ruin it for you without giving away a spoiler.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
So you know how it's really cute when the girl never ever talks and abuses the boy?
Bcom's gonna love this. Oh God.
Is that how it goes? She just like never talks, and he's just
she
like
never
constantly...
talks, and then like he'll say stuff to her, and she'll just like pinch him or something stupid, and it's every. But I gave this a 1. It's a manga read. It's boring as fuck at this point. Completely entertaining. So I'm expecting the same from me.
I knew you would.
I know. I'm like, a girl that just plays retro video games, doesn't want to talk to anybody, and just hits boys who annoy her. That sounds like me.
Just the one boy because it's obvious she likes him. But like when they do play games against each other, the way he gets frustrated, it's actually entertaining. But then everything before and afterwards is just shit out the window. There's also a better girl for him, and of course, he ignores her. It's fucking cliche as hell.
Is this like Tagaki-san? Is that what this is? Because like I hated that show so fucking much.
It might be actually. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Tagaki-san, what was that?
To a 1.
Karakai Jozu no Takagi-san.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! That was way better. She at least talked and did.
Oh God!
Skillful
I'm giving this a 0.
Teasing.
It's way.
It had a massive forehead.
Tagaki-san is way better than this. Fuck no! I'm not touching this.
Yeah.
I changed my score from a 2 to a 3 now.
Hell yeah, Mandy. High five.
I just got really excited.
Okay, the next show, Harukana Receive. I think Kat has the best synopsis of this.
Okay, so this is an ecchi girls sports show about volleyball girls in bikinis. So like throughout the PV, there's just a bunch of girls like with their boobs bouncing and then like adjusting their bikinis and like snapping their bikini bottoms in like sexy ways. That's basically all the show is.
Isn't that how it works? Am I wrong? I don't know.
I mean, I don't go around snapping my bikini bottoms every 5 minutes. I don't know about you, but that's not what I do.
Well, maybe you should.
Kat, let me ask you, have you ever wanted an anime where every episode is a beach episode?
I predict that this and the next one after this will be Bcom's 2 favorite shows of the season. Like, he will absolutely adore these 2 shows.
So I will say my enjoyment of the show kind of depends entirely on how like self-conscious they are of the fact that like we don't need to go out of our way to do extra fan service, guys. Like they're all already in bikinis. Every episode is a beach episode. There's no reason to like zoom in on her crotch 20 times an episode because like it's right there. If they don't realize that and they go for the fan service, I'm gonna be pretty upset about it.
I predict that every episode there will be at least 10 bikini snaps. There will be a
Sound
quota.
like a counter for each episode.
She's sitting there with a clicker. She's like, 1,
2,
2.
3.
So I love playing volleyball. So I'm setting myself up for failure because I'm hoping something from this anime. I hope they get like technical with it and actually do it, the volleyball itself, some service, not just to have an excuse to put the girls in bikinis every episode. But,
Yeah.
So I gave it a 3. I'm looking forward to it and I want to check it out. But man, like you said, Bcom, if they just go way over the top with the fan service, it's not going to be that great.
See, I gave it a 3. I will bump my score up to a 4 if I get one girl who jump serves with her tits. Please. Please give it to me. I will watch the shit out of
That
this.
would be
What is this,
so
Keijo?
epic.
This is
Yes.
not Keijo.
That would be
Please,
amazing.
Give me more. Give me
You know
Keijo
what?
volleyball, please.
If some bitch did that, I would give her props. Like that's impressive. That's pretty good.
The only thing I would note about this show is that I'm excited for one thing, and that's that the music is being done by Rasmus Faber, who you may know, he composed like a lot of music for the Asterisk War, which was, by the way, the only good part of that show was the music, and like a fantastic ED called Waiting for the Rain, and he also did the OP for Kofuku Graffiti, which is another one of my like very favorite like anime OPs. So I'm excited to see what he does with like a full soundtrack for a show. I think it could be really great.
His name is
But,
the Rasmus. You guys remember the Rasmus?
Yes.
Whatever happened? Did they fall off the planet? Whatever happened to the Rasmus?
Oh
I
man.
don't know. And
Everybody-
so that's the only thing that has me really excited. Besides just like, volleyball. It's like Haikyuu, but they upgraded the character.
Oh man, has everybody said their piece on that one?
Sure.
Yeah, we got that.
Sure. Okay, so number 20, Hanebado or Hanebad, I guess.
Oh, this
Whatever
will
that
be
is.
good.
It's like a it's a contraction of like a girl's name in badminton. So it's like Hane Hane's badminton.
I thought you were
kind of
trying to
thing.
say it might be bad, and I
Nice.
was like, I mean, but it looks damn good.
Oh no. I've seen it listed as either one without the
he
O
gave
or
it a
with
4. It's like, what the hell is he talking
Yeah, no.
about?
I'm hyped for this. This is like my most hyped show of the season. The synopsis: Kentaro Tachibana is the coach of this high school badminton team, but he's worried that the team has too few members and it can't even enter competitions. But then he spots a girl named Ayano climbing a large tree on the school grounds really easily, demonstrating her excellent motor skills. And the coach tries to get her to join the badminton team, but finds out that she hates badminton. And then it goes from there. And there's lots of cute girls
Lots
playing
of boobs
badminton.
bouncing
Lots of
violently,
boobs.
violently bouncing.
Lots of short hair combined with boobs.
Japan never discovered sports bras, apparently.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I will say, like, it looks good. Like the animation for this,
It looks real good.
A+.
Oh, yeah.
Like I will
Same.
watch this. I have this at a 3. Like I'm excited for this anime, even though it might be a little too ecchi, but like it'll be fun, even though it's a little ecchi. So
Is it
I have it
ecchi,
at a
though?
4.
I mean,
I don't know. It does. It's a seinen, but I don't think it necessarily is ecchi.
I think
see.
I think that the plot will be solid, but I think that the gaze of it might be a little ecchi. You know?
Yeah. Probably not as bad as Harukana Receive.
Yeah.
though.
Then this will be the superior show between the two of them for sure. But
I like the series composer for this, Taku Kishimoto, who did series composition for Haikyuu and Erased. So he's like no slouch at writing. And then Yurika, who sang like the Land of the Lustrous OP and the Little Witch Academia OPs, is singing the OP for this one as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to that too.
yeah, she's a good voice.
Yeah, I have super high hopes for this. I just hope the characters are well written enough to like carry the badminton action that looks great and keep it like interesting. So
Yeah, I have it at 3. I also love badminton. But the PV has me really worried because I'm going to get really annoyed when people get like really dramatic about some rivalry and get upset. And I'm just like, you're overreacting and it's not that big of a deal, drama Hime. I feel like I might end up hate watching the show if that turns out to be true. But I also only have the PV to go by. So, you know, I just hope I'm wrong, really.
okay.
I gave it a 4. I thought the PV looked really good, so I'm kind of excited about it. I thought the animation looked really good in the PV, at least.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
looks great.
Animation looks fantastic.
Yeah, like I don't know anything about badminton, so I'm hoping it teaches me something. And
Same. Yeah.
I thought that, like, when they swung, like, their rackets in the PV, it was, like, realistically powerful. Like, Mitz made fun of me on our podcast that I said realistically powerful. I was like, well, I'm comparing it to something like Kuroko, okay? It didn't, like,
Oh, right.
it
That's
didn't,
true.
like, shoot a basketball off like a cannon.
Well, I know badminton's really popular over in Japan, and also the thing that they're hitting is either called a birdie or a shuttlecock.
A shuttlecock, baby.
Nice.
And when they do hit it, it does go extremely fast. Just off the top of my head, I think it's supposed to be 100 miles an hour or so
okay.
fast.
But it slows down very quickly. There's a lot of drag.
But it slows down very quickly, which is crazy. So you got to do a lot of predicting, and that's where the fun part comes
Well,
in.
and I think this is
I'm
the
excited
first
about it.
badminton anime that's ever been made. So it'll be interesting seeing just a new kind of sports anime, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
the official world record is in China, and it's at 206 miles per hour.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever watch some of those professional matches like on YouTube or something, it's ridiculous. So it can get pretty hype. We'll see.
Oh, wow. That was in 2005. I'm sorry. And in Japan on September 24th, 2017, 259 miles per hour.
Damn.
Better not get hit by that. Shit, it'll be like a bullet.
Holy crap. All right. You should also not get hit by a little lolly cobra girl named Jashin.
Oh, dear.
In Jashin-chan Dropkick. Dropkick on my devil.
I am the only one excited for this one.
So, Yuuna is a delusional goth lolly who summons a demon girl with the tail of a cobra named Jashin-chan. They'll have to live together until Yuuna finds a way to send her back to hell, or until
way.
she gets killed by her.
The way
Yay!
you said that.
Sounds so excited.
It just
Oh, man.
it just doesn't look that great. I don't know. Like, it could be funny, but it just seems tropey.
I think it's going to be funny, which is why I gave it a 3. And due to the success of Monster Girl shows recently, I'm going to keep my hopes more on the positive
it's
side.
gonna be so
I guess
tropey.
so.
What could they possibly do with this that hasn't been done like 50 times, Leo? Come on.
Lots of abuse between the two of them. That's what I want.
Leo's like, but I
I
want
do
the
want to see.
trope.
Okay, this is one animation cut I want to see. I want to see the goth lolly girl like pick her up by the tail and just like swing her around really fast, and then like throw her off into the sky or something. I want to see
Yes.
that happen.
That would be good.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I really want that too.
But yeah, I don't know. I will see. I have to. This is one where I just kind of have to watch it to see what it is. The PV looked like good enough to me. Like I was like, oh, that doesn't look bad. It's from Studio Nomad, who are best known for just doing work assistance on other big anime. They usually don't do their own things. They've done just like very small productions up until now. So another weird production for summer where it's like, I don't know who the people are working on this, but okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I also gave it a 2. I was like, I'll watch it if people tell me that it's any good, but I don't really have an interest in it.
Okay, let's move on to a more interesting one that we all have high hopes for, but are farther down on the list. At
Yes.
number 22, Cells at Work.
Yay. So the synopsis of this is like the magic school bus, basically. Like,
Oh,
the world
God.
is a dangerous place for a red blood cell just trying to get her deliveries finished. Fortunately, she's not alone. She's got a whole human's body worth of cells ready to help her out. The mysterious white blood cell, the buff and brash killer T cell, the nerdy neuron, and even the cute little platelets. Oh, they're so cute. Everybody's got to come together if they want to keep you healthy. So yeah, this is going to be fun. It's from the JoJo people, David Production. Kind of looks a little bit like JoJo, just in aesthetically, but not like the themes. I don't think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
The voice cast is super good. Kana Hanazawa is voicing the red blood cell named erythrocyte. Daisuke Ono is voicing the killer T cell. Takahiro Sakurai is like the T lymphocyte cell, and like Saori Hayami as like a regulatory T cell, among a lot of like other good voice actors. So
All I kept thinking
it's definitely a stacked production.
wasn't there a Disney movie like this? Like, I feel like I watched one in college like this, like a Disney movie.
Well, it reminds
There's
me
a
of like
one-
the Magical School Book, this TV show.
It reminds me of
but, like,
Osmosis Jones.
Yes,
Has
that's
anybody
what it
seen
was.
that?
That's what it
Oh,
was.
that Disney?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that too. I don't know, except like an anime version. This has been in production for a long time, from what I understand, so it could be really good. So unless it's terrible, like, I'll be on this train. I'm gonna give it a 4. So
I don't know why this is so far down the list, by the way, in popularity. It's just people just don't know of its existence yet. I feel like this will jump up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The director's really good. He worked on JoJo. Like the series composer, like worked on like Tsukigakure and like Chihaya Furu and Orange, and like the animation directors are all really good. They worked on like Welcome to NHK and Honey and Clover and shit.
Well,
like
and
the composer,
they've been working
great.
on this.
He worked on ReZero, Girls Last Tour.
They've been working on this since like over a year ago, because I was hearing about this like last summer, how they were working on this. So like it has to be good. Like if they're gonna spend that much time on it, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. And the PV looks great. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I have this at a 4.
I am so on the fence about this one. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad or anything about it. Nothing's actually getting me hyped, but nothing's turning me off either. So like I'm right at a 2.5. I have no idea what to think of this show. I think I'll end up liking it more than anything though.
I have it at a 4. I'm so excited for this one. This might be the one that I'm hyped for the most. After Free, I'm going to say after Free. I'm pretty hyped for Free. But
Oh God.
no, I'm so excited about this one because I love JoJo. The manga for this is out in English right now. I ordered it and I don't get it till Sunday. So I'm going to read that first. I love Ono Daisuke, and he's playing my favorite of his type of characters. The buff killer T-Cell. Yes. That's all of his characters. All I need is him just screaming kudos all over the place, and I'm in.
Yeah.
I forget who's voicing him, but like the white blood cell is just hilarious because it's like a psychopath killer.
Is it
the white
Yuki
blood cell's
Kaji? Because
job
that's like
is.
all of his characters.
Yeah, it might be. It's so good. Oh man, I'm really excited. All right, let's move on. The next one, Sunohara-sou no Kanzen-san.
Okay.
Oh wait, what?
No, let me tell you what this anime is about. This next
Okay.
one, Sunohara-sou no whatever the fuck it says, Miss Caretaker Sunohara. So this anime is about some dude who looks just like a girl and how he is slowly being smothered by this other girl who's taking care of him's tits throughout the anime.
Wait,
Yes.
he's supposed to look like a girl?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be very feminine, yes, and he's voiced by a
Like,
girl, I believe.
He just
as
looks
well.
like a young boy to me.
All of the like images of it, like it just has this caretaker lady and she just has the biggest boobs I've ever seen. Like, and she's just like shoving them in his face. Like that's all of the art for this. Like
Yeah.
he cannot get away from those things. Poor boy. Like I don't know.
Yeah, this just seems like trash.
It is
like,
trash.
I don't know.
It's
Like
trash.
the director has done a bunch of trash before too. Though he also a long time ago did Kokoro Connect and F A Tale of Memories and Melodies. But more recently he's done like A Little Sister's All You Need and Death March and like all of Prisma Ilia. So it's just
bad.
like, okay, I don't know what's gonna come out of this,
No,
but it looks pretty bad.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have it at a 1. There's some good voice actors like Eri Kinomura's in this, voicing the boy, Aki, and then like Rina Sato voicing the caretaker. But beyond that, like, there's nothing about this that appeals to me. So yeah.
Even though I have it at a 1, I'm probably going to watch the first
Of course
episode
you
or two.
are.
'Cause I just want to
Of
see.
course you
know.
are, Leo.
I have to see how bad it is. I have to see how good the tits are. You know how it is. But my first question was like, who the fuck watches this shit? And no, don't answer that. I
No,
need
don't
to know.
answer that. It's
You have
Leo.
to see
We
the
knew
plot.
all along.
I need to see the plot, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, this is just like another case where if you switch to gender roles, it becomes so much worse than for some reason, even though no matter the gender, they should both be judged and jailed the same amount.
Yeah.
I
basically.
suggest we make this our drinking anime this season, and
Yes.
we drink every time the boys should be yelling "stranger danger."
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah, I gave this a 1. I looked at the picture of it. I'm like, is this Super Lovers?
Yeah.
It's basically Super Lovers. It's like the gender reversal of Super Lovers.
Yeah. So I was like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it's
All right, let's move on then. The next show, Mr. Tanegawa, or Chukan Kanriroku Tanegawa. This is a spin-off of Kaiji, which I don't know if any of us have watched.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have it as
Kaiji
one.
Cat?
I'm excited just because I've been told by so many people that I should watch Kaiji. And like, I think I will take
too.
this as an opportunity to watch the original and watch this because it looks really entertaining. Not gonna lie. So
Yeah, like Tanegawa, the guy who this is focusing on in the original, was like a bad guy. He was like the sub boss, like underneath like the big boss. And in the original, he was like really cool and calm and collected, apparently. And like he had like a supernatural knack for observing people and judging human psychology, which is so he was good at gambling. But in this spin-off, he's kind of just like stressed out all the time because I guess it's about his boss like making him do like ridiculous things that are kind of hilarious and just running their like evil organization.
well, they have to keep him
I
entertained.
don't know. It could be fun.
Right?
It's gonna be 26 or wait, what'd you say,
They have
Kat?
to keep the boss entertained, and so like it's just a struggle to keep him happy, basically, as he demands like worse and worse things from them. It's interesting. But yeah, I did not know it was going to be that
original
long.
Kaiji had 2 seasons of 26 episodes each, and this one's going to run for like 24 more. So they think it's going to be good. It's also Madhouse doing it, but nobody on the staff that I like really recognized. So
That's not good.
there's some people who worked on Kaiji in the animation department, so it's like pretty similar, I guess, but different director and stuff. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I gave it a 1 is just because I haven't seen the original, but people have been recommending it to me, and from what I hear, I think it probably is something I would like. So if I do watch this, it's going to be much later because I still need to get through the other seasons. So I don't know.
I can't believe you gave it a 4, Cat.
it could be good.
I mean, it
So
will
I
be
gave it a
though.
1.
Like Kaiji is a really good anime, and it seems like it's just more of that. So
So I gave it a 1 just because I'm still suffering from Whiplash from last season and all its anime, and
Truth.
so I'm not going to bother with this one. And honestly, the animation kind of bugs me from the PV. So
Kaiji has a weird art style.
yeah, I
which
didn't really care
hit or miss.
for it. Yeah.
So, okay, moving
That's
on to the best show of the season. One Room,
Damn.
second season.
Damn.
Let's go. I watched the original One Room. I watched some of Roommate as well.
I remember you reviewing this,
Yes.
and I was just laughing at the absurdity coming out of your mouth. Like, I need to go back and re-listen to that part of those episodes because it was hilarious.
Japan was like, let's make an anime from a first-person perspective. Like, screw all these MC-kun bullshit characters that everybody always hates. Let's just put the viewer in the footsteps of this person, and we'll just have a little underage girl try to seduce the viewer of our show.
Oh my God.
And nobody will have a problem with that, right, guys? It'll be great. Like, why would we not do this? And so they're doing more. They're doing more of that. It's very weird.
Let me ask you, Bcom, because I watched Side M and I enjoyed it to some extent. But what I really enjoyed was the ending where all of their clothes just slowly melt away until they're naked.
Yeah.
So do they do that?
What?
Do they do that in reverse with the female characters?
Their
put clothes
clothes melt
back on. They're just like wearing like hundreds of layers of clothes for the end.
Amazing.
No, so the actual original, it's not as fan servicey as I would have expected going in. It's mostly like cuteness and moe fan service with the occasional like
You
flip
understand
of the
why
skirt.
Bcom watched it now, right, Kat?
Yes, it's totally
it
his
was
MO.
horrifying.
What are you talking about? You know you love that shit. Like, not fan
I
service.
did not love this show
but
at
cute.
all. It was terrible.
That is what you like, Bcom. Face up to yourself. Face up to your preferences.
I don't know who this person is that you think I am, but it's not me.
Even Leo knows.
Oh man, it's so weird. I'm gonna watch every second of it. It's a new studio too, by the way. It's kind of weird. Like, new staff, new studio. So it's like, maybe they'll make something different out of this. I don't know.
What? Why would you even think that?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, he's in denial about his own preferences.
So
look, it's just weird to me that it's like a completely new staff working on this. Like, why? Why did they change staff? Did the first staff like say we're never working on that garbage ever again?
So we
It
know what you
ruined our
truly think
careers.
in your scoring because all of us gave it a 1 except for you who gave it a freaking 3.
Exactly.
Well, because I'm definitely watching it. Like, you have to watch the
do
train
you
wreck.
see
like,
this contradiction before you, Mandy? This is what we must deal with.
I can't say anything because I watched all of Pillow Boys because I had to know.
Exactly.
I mean,
you have to know.
I
It's a
did
new
too.
thing. It's like a weird thing.
I gave it a 1 afterwards, but I was so fascinated by it. I was like,
Exactly.
I can't
Yes,
believe
thank
this
you.
is a thing. I watched
That
all
being
of
said,
them.
Mandy gives us a 1.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.
All right, let's move on to Mandy's favorite show of the season, though she doesn't know it yet. The Sherlock Holmes
yeah.
show, Kyoto Teramachi Sanjo no Holmes. So yes, I'll read the synopsis. In an antique shop in Kyoto's Teramachi Sanjo shopping district, high school girl Aoi unexpectedly runs into Kiyotaka, the son of the shop's owner. She ends up working part-time at the shop after this. And Kiyotaka is called the Holmes at Teramachi Sanjo, and he and Aoi solve odd cases brought to them by various clients.
I love
So,
the
yeah.
synopsis. It looks terrible, but I'm still gonna watch it. I gave it a 3 and if I solve any of these mysteries before they do, it's out of here. Because I am a big fan of Sherlock Holmes. Like, I love mysteries. I crave them. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this one.
Yeah, so
watching. Sorry, Leo, you go first.
Yeah, I kind of side with Mandy on this one. It gets a 3. I'm definitely giving a solid 3-episode watch. But if it turns out to be entertaining or like her, I'm figuring shit out before they are, it's out. There's not watching it.
I'm for some reason I'm cynical about this. Like, I just feel like it's not going to be as good as everyone thinks it's going to be.
For good reason. If you watch the PV, it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad animation, but like it's at that edge, right? Where like if it goes downhill even a little, it's going to be bad. And like, like halfway through the season, it's going to start going down because that's what all the shows do. And then it'll be a piece of crap. So.
Yeah, and like the whole staff who worked on this at 7 Studio worked on like Osama game before this, so it's like, oh wow, they're very talented people. But yeah, it kind of looks like they're going for like a Hyoka vibe because of like all like the cherry blossoms in the PV, and then like the girl who has like the constantly curious, surprised face. But like this gave me none of the same like charm of Hyoka, so I don't know. I have it at a 2. We'll see. Okay, next one. Muyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation from Studio Dean. The synopsis is, are you a victim of unwanted spirit possession?
Hey,
Is there
yes.
a ghost
Every
you
day.
need Is there a ghost you need sent up and away or to burn or down to burn for
It's
all
this
eternity?
damn ghost in my hot spring. Fuck.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Muyo and Roji, experts in magic law, serving justice to evil spirits is their specialty.
I don't know. Like, doesn't this look like a show aimed at like a really young audience? Like, I've been fooled by art style before,
Yes.
though. So like, it may not. Because sometimes like you'll look at the art style and be like, oh, this must be for kids, but then like it's not. But that's what it seems to me.
Well, I think it is because it ran in Weekly Shonen Jump, this manga from like 2004 to 2008. So it's definitely aimed at that like young boy demographic.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I was just looking at this and I was like, if I was going to watch something like this, I'd probably just go back and watch last season's Gegege no
Yeah.
Kikoro,
Yeah.
which I think is still going.
I thought of that too.
So I've heard great things about that.
It seems like that it's very similar. I don't know why. Also, why is this slated to start in August? Like, that's a really weird choice. It's like they're not following the season. I don't know.
I don't know. That's strange.
Maybe because it's shonen
Maybe.
and they're going to go on forever.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes this is slated for. Probably quite a few.
Yeah, it's got a question mark at the moment.
Also, yeah, another weird one. Like, Attack on Titan isn't starting for like 3 weeks, which is weird.
Yeah.
What?
There's
Yeah,
several
it's starting
shows.
like a
It's
week
24
after everything
episodes?
else. At least.
There's several
So-
shows that are not starting until like the 15th or the 20th or something. And I'm like, why are you waiting?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're just trying to recover. They're like, we need a few extra weeks. We need a break.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this edit too. Like, I'm just, as we get down the list here, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at a 3. It has my attention. I'll give it 2 episodes to decide if I keep watching it. I think it has potential to be decent. It may be a shonen that catches my eye for a while. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I still keep trying to every once in a while I'll sit down and I'll watch like 3 episodes of Black Clover. And then a month or 2 later watch another 3 episodes. And I'm like, I don't know why I keep fucking watching this shit.
Masochist.
I mean, I know why I keep watching Black Clover. So
Is it because of
I don't know. I love how obnoxious he is. It's enjoyable to me.
Oh god, I hate it.
I gave
That's funny.
this one a 3 because it had 2 of my keywords, mystery and supernatural. I was like, oh, I'm already in. But it does look like Kitsuro, like the art style. Well, it at least reminded me of that. Like, it looks like
a little bit.
kids anime. But I mean, that could still be enjoyable though. So I'll try it and see what happens.
Okay.
The next one, Lord of Vermilion, Gurren no O. This is a Square Enix competitive card game that they're turning into
is
an
it?
anime.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense a little bit. I don't know. So, I think because the synopsis is really long. So basically, it's Tokyo, and there's a big earthquake and this red fog that comes in and blankets everything, and then everyone hears this like high-pitched noise and then passes out for several days, and then later everyone wakes up, but there are some people who now have quote unquote vessels of wisdom blood and start like gathering in like weird groups and like killing themselves. I don't know.
Mist and high-pitched sirens. Is this just Silent Hill?
Yes,
maybe.
it is Silent
Maybe.
Hill.
What's crazy, if you do a YouTube search on this, you get something totally fucking different.
Oh, yeah?
Did you guys do that?
No, I'm
it was
gonna
like
do it
some
now, though.
like high fantasy battle
Yes.
is what you
Are you
get.
talking about the weird like thing that someone put together and like had under the name? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Leo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super, super weird.
Yeah, I don't think because I was halfway through it and I was like, this is not the same.
This is not the same thing.
Interesting.
Except here, I got halfway through it. I'm like, this is not the same thing.
Yeah, no, I think it could be interesting, but it could also just be a giant train wreck. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot though. I gave it a 3, but I'm aware.
I have it a 1. The only positive aspect is that it has a stacked voice cast, probably because of all the card game money. And it's like Yuki Kaji, Junichi Suwabe, Chiwa Saito, Ai Kayano, Rina Sato, Yui Horie. So just like stacked, like it's everybody. But like it's just a card game, so it's like I don't know if the story is going to be any good at all. We'll have to wait and see, basically. The PV doesn't really show you very much. Actually, no, there is no PV. That's why I know nothing about this. But yeah.
I gave it a 2. I don't expect this to be good, but I'll at least watch the first episode. There's just no info on it out there right now. I mean, we don't even have a studio. You don't have. I guess we have a
There's
director.
no studio?
It doesn't
Yeah,
tell
not
us.
yet. Listen, we got a director
I think it
who.
was Asreed or something, but yeah, it's not listed on Mal. I found that somewhere else. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I also gave it a 1 because I knew nothing about it. But now I'm looking at the pictures of like the card game. I'm like, okay, I might try it. Apparently,
Like the card game art is okay, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
they did an
what
event
this
with
is.
Final Fantasy, and Noctis is in it, of course.
Oh yeah. So on to the next one at 29.
Who wants
we
to
have-
try pronouncing this?
I'm gonna butcher it.
Anglemois. Well, that's a French pronunciation, so that could be completely
I
wrong.
think it's
though,
wrong.
so
I tried several ways to pronounce this, and I was like, these are all wrong. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, this is from Studio NAZ, who have done Hajimete no Gal and Dramatical Murder. So, woo!
Okay,
But yeah, it's apparently based on the Mongol invasion of Japan in like 1274.
yeah, like it's a historical anime, and that's like super rare. So, I mean, even though based on who's doing it, it's not promising. I really do think there'll be a lot like put into this because I don't see like Japanese people doing a historical anime and just half-assing it. Like I feel like they care too much about their history to do that. And like if they did do that, like people would be angry at them and be like, "How dare you do this?" You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's about like the 1300s era, right? In Japan.
You're like just before like 1274, 13th century.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the historical aspect is what has my attention.
Same.
Yeah. It does seem like a lot of detail went into like the costumes and everything, because I was looking at that and it seems historically accurate. I mean, I'm not a
Looking at
history
some of the
major,
character designs.
but yeah, it looks.
There's like a cute archer girl in there.
I
So that could be
also
good.
I like this PV. I think the art style is very different. I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
interesting. I gave it a 3 because I'm definitely going to try it out. I'm excited about it, but I gave it a 3 because I might drop it. You never know.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, I'm also
exact same thing.
really
Very for
excited.
me, for same reasons.
I went all out. I was like 4. I want to try it.
Nice. All right. The next show, Asobi Asobase from Studio Lerche.
This looks awesome.
What are you even
Okay,
talking about,
interesting.
Leo? You are fucking insane. You need to step that back. Damn.
No, okay, I know what Leo's talking about because Leo knew this was from the director of Tsukigakure, and he got so excited because that's
Wait,
his
is
favorite
it?
show of all time.
Oh
I
man.
haven't even looked at the director. Jesus Christ.
It's about like 3 cute little girls who like hang out in their classroom, but then also do like weird comedy bits where their faces turn into like horrifying, like weird faces.
Oh,
looks
is it
hilarious.
a bit? Because I was watching the PV, I'm like, ew, what happened to their faces?
Yeah.
I didn't know
it's
this
a
was a
bit.
comedy. Okay.
I also thought that
Yeah.
looked terrible though for like comedy
Same.
faces. So I don't know.
Okay.
So my big thing is, I think it looks hilarious, and my money is on that this will be way funnier than Backstreet Girls.
Oh, I agree
No
with
way.
you.
There's no way this will be funnier than Backstreet Girls. You guys are certifiable. I don't know what you're talking about. I hope you choke on
All
those
right,
words.
Kat, we'll see who wins this one. We will see who wins this one. So I gave it a 3, by the way, because I'm looking forward to it. So
I
I
think I
gave it a 2.
like a 2.
I'll try it. Somebody. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. I also gave it a 2. Also, the PV looked like it was shot on the surface of the sun. It's so bright. Everything is so bright. It's like washed
Oh my
out.
gosh,
It's such a
you're
weird
right.
art style. Yeah. But yeah. Let's move on quickly to Phantom in the Twilight from Leiden Films. The story takes place in London at Cafe Forbidden. Sorry, a mysterious cafe that only opens at night. The protagonist is a girl who is in London to study abroad. She meets the handsome men who work this place.
oh,
The guardians of the
It's one
boundary
of
between the
those.
human and shadow world gather.
It's a Bishi
I mean,
anime.
it's-
I'm
but
so in.
okay, but it's actually decently
Yes.
animated. Like most of the anime they give us that are Bishi animes are just shitty. Like they aren't animated well. They put almost nothing into it.
Yeah, agreed.
They actually put something into this one. Like it's decently animated. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm in. I'm giving it a 3.
I also gave it a
man.
3 because there's a wolf boy in it. Mm-hmm. That's it. I'm not hard to please.
Exactly.
I only gave it a 2 because Kat's pick of Yatsuo Bori was actually pretty good.
Oh, I love
So-
Gokudolls.
I just cannot completely throw away a show now because of Pretty Boys.
Yes.
So
Yay,
There you go.
progress.
I'm making progress with Leo. There we go.
I gave it a 2 because it has a really good voice cast as well. Like Kanahana is voicing the main girl, and then the guys are like everybody you know, like Tomokazu Sugita, Takahiro Sakurai, Nobuhiko Okamoto, and Taiki Yamashita. So it's like, oh, okay, this is a really strong cast. So hopefully they'll make this enjoyable, even if the writing isn't like the best. But hopefully the writing's good too. We'll see. I hope it's funny. But yeah.
Is this based off a
right.
visual novel? Because it looks like it is.
It's apparently a complete
It's
original.
an original? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So at 32, we have Yamano Susume, the 3rd season. And
Yes.
there's fucking 3 seasons of this? What the fuck? I've never even heard of this show.
Interesting.
Flew under the radar a little bit because the first season of Encouragement of Climb, by the way, this is a show about little cute girls that go mountain climbing together. And it came under my radar only because after Eurocamp aired, a lot of people started talking about this as like, hey, if you liked Eurocamp, like maybe go check out this show.
Huh, okay.
And I don't think that I understand what they were going for the recommendation, but I think this one's like a little bit more like overly cutesy than Eurocamp. So I didn't like it as much. But yeah, the first season is just like shorts, like 3-minute shorts. And then the second season, I think, was like maybe 10 or 12 minutes long each episode. And I think they're going to continue with that with this one. It looks okay. I gave it a 2. I might continue to check out the second season. and see if I want to continue with this. It's okay. Like, I wouldn't say it's great, though.
So you're going to binge some free, then when you're done, you're going to start binging the second
probably.
season.
Nice.
This will go by much faster, though, since it's short, though. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I get a 1 for me. Never even heard of this show. I'm not even going to try
I've
it.
heard of it, but I've just never watched it, so I gave it a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, last show we have listed here,
Well-
Shoujo Kageki Review Starlight.
I'm gonna make you
studio-
cover 2 more because they're both like
Well, that's fine.
female.
Yeah, we have like a section for
female
like catch-all.
like
Yeah.
starlighted shows, and I'm like, no, like for all the girl anime fans, they deserve to know these exist. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, so this is just like a Kinema Citrus, and they're the studio that did Land of the Lustrous, so like they know how to animate shit.
Hell yeah.
They're doing an idol show, and it's like a lot of Love Live people working on it. People who wrote the music for Love Live are working on the music for this. The PV looks like pretty strong at times, but like with any idol show, like I kind of just have to reserve judgment until I see and hear it. And like the PV didn't give me too much, so we'll see. They're 16 years old. I think they're basically in school, so it's gonna be school idols again. It could be garbage. It could be great. I don't know. I have it at a 3. So
I mean, I'll give it a shot. I give it a 2. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I gave it a 3, and I actually did not see this on. I don't know how I overlooked this when I originally looked at the list of releases, but I don't know. By watching the PV, I thought it looked very interesting, and especially the part where they're like putting on a play. I think they are like a sword play. I don't know. It really
that
seemed
was kinda
interesting to me, so I'm gonna try it out.
that reminded me of Action Heroine Cheer Fruits a little
It
bit.
just
actually.
reminds like
That's funny.
the part where
Oh,
they're
Jesus.
at like an academy or whatever, like for the arts, just reminded me of Star Mew, and I had like flashbacks, and I can't be optimistic about anything like that anymore. I've been hurt so many times.
So what are these anime you're talking
these
about?
2 that I wanted to mention, they're both like the Bishi Boy anime, right? The ones that we did
Yes.
nerdy. So like the first one is called Yume, like it's like Dream of 100 Princes is basically kind of the translation, and it's basically like a Bishi show for that girl who like the 3 to 5 boys is not enough, like she must have 100.
This one I actually know about because it's based on a cell phone game. It's very similar to Puzzle Dragons, except instead
really?
of like dragons, like the Puzzle Dragon characters that they have, it's all just a gacha of pretty boys.
Yeah, it's just
So,
like it's candy. So I gotta mention
It's very
it.
highly anticipated in Japan for the exact reasons you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna try it. It looks like it might be like a token Dambu sort of thing, so I'm gonna try it. We'll see.
But do you know what's really going to be the token Rambu of the season?
Oh,
is the next one.
Senjushi, of course.
Senjushi, which is a token Rambu clone from what I can see with guns.
Yeah.
Like hot Bishi gun boys. I've got my sword
Yeah.
boys, and now I'm going to have my gun boys.
Yeah, that one also looks like the game that one's based off of also looks very similar to Token Dambu. So it looks like it's just extra fluff for people who are fans of these series. So I'm gonna try it out. We'll see. I've been trying to find the game. I can't find it. It's not on the English iOS store, and I'm gonna check out the Japanese one. So we'll see.
Yeah, so those are the 2 that I like. I really wanted to highlight because I was like, the girls deserve their fan service shows too. Like, I need to let them know they exist.
There's one more I wanted to
can't
mention.
be ranked as high up as the other shows, like a volleyball show.
Not many members. Yeah, we just cut it off at like 3,500 MAL members. Like, so I mean, there could be some good shows beneath that, but there usually aren't. I did notice that Annie ni Tsukeru Kusuri wa Nai season 2 is coming, and that was like the cute kind of like Chinese.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was really funny.
Comedy. Yeah, it was really funny. Like a short 12 episode first season.
Yeah.
This one's getting 24 episodes, so that's nice for people who are a fan of that show.
Killed me the
Okay.
first season. I was laughing my ass off at it. Can I mention one real quick? Do you mind?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go for it.
go
Yeah, we
ahead.
have time.
There's another one called Tsukumogami Kashimasu, which is about this brother and sister who have like a store where they sell, like, it's set in like old Edo period, and they're selling like items, like selling used items to people, and they become the Tsukumogamis, which are like a yokai, except it's when an item has been in possession for so long, they become like a demon. So kind of like if you see like the kasayobakes, which are like the umbrellas with eyes and the mouths. That's sort of like that.
Yeah, that I did know about that one, but it fell off my radar. What the heck happened to it?
Oh no, it's coming out. It says it's coming out this season. July, apparently.
It like 23rd. To my opinion, it could
fun.
either be really interesting or just be like utter confusing shit. I don't know, but it does have a chance to be good. Like, so I guess we'll just have to see.
I thought the PV looks interesting. It's very brightly colored, and I don't know. I'm interested.
It is
pastel-y.
Yeah,
the PV looks pretty good actually. I didn't see this one. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into our stupid predictions for the season that will all be wrong.
I don't know. We had some pretty good calls last time.
We did okay last time. I don't even know why I'm asking this first one again, because the answer to this is so obvious, but it is, what do you think the most viewed sequel show of the season is going to be? Like the most popular on Mal at the end of the season. Last season, Kat, Leo, and Brains all got this right with their prediction of My Hero Academia. I tried to be smart and go with Steins Gate, but Steins Gate got crushed by the end of the season. It was in second place, though, but yeah. This season, it's Attack on Titan.
it has to be. It just has to be.
Attack on Titan. Come on. I asked, why are we even asking this?
Yeah. Is it Attack on Titan or Gintama? Because Gintama is the best anime ever, of course.
Oh, yeah. It's all top 10 anime of all time. Yes. The least watched sequel show of the season is a little bit more interesting. Last season, I and Brains from Trash Pandas got this right with Beyblade Burst Chozetsu, which when I looked last still only had like 982 members on Now. Ouch.
That's painful.
Kat bet Gegege no Kidoro, that had like 18,000 members.
You're right.
And Leo bet Tokyo Ghoul for some reason I don't understand.
Well, because he hated it.
Good job,
Let's
Leo.
be honest.
That was funny. All right, so what do you think is going to be the least watched show of the sequel of the season, guys?
I know that I'm wrong, because I know that people will continue to watch Overlord, even though it was terrible last season. But I want it to be Overlord. I want everyone just to get tired of it and hate on it. So that's what I'm going to say.
I'm similar to you, where it's like, I know this won't be the one, but it's like, it should be One Room second season. Please stop watching this. Oh my god.
Will be. I'm going to go with Yamano Susume third season, because I frankly never even heard of it, so I can't feel like it would be popular, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, I went with Yamano Susume also, because I don't even think many people know it exists. So
yeah. Okay, next one was like, what do you think will be the most viewed original of the season? So,
I missed the original part.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. So like original show that has not been like a manga or like whatever, like game or something before. Last season, I got it right with Megalobox, which was kind of an easy guess, but yeah. I'm gonna say like the easy answers.
Don't leave out the part where in your heart you really wanted to vote for Hisone Tomasa.
I did. I believed, and I was wrong.
You naive soul. I told you. Bcom. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh god. You had so much high hopes for that show, and it just did nothing but stomp on your heart.
I feel your pain. I also wanted it to be good. I haven't watched anything past episode 3 though, so.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm hoping it ends well. I haven't seen the ending or anything yet, so we'll see,
try not to say anything.
I don't have doubts. I think that there's two easy answers to this right now, at least. It seems like it's like Fooly Cooly Progressive and like Free, which is also an original. Though they're both continuing, so I was like, I don't want to guess either on these because they've been like continuing. So I'm just like, Sirius the Jaeger, I think has a chance to be watched by a lot of people. The new PA Works vampire werewolf show.
I think I'm going to change my answer and go with you. I think you're right that Sirius the Jaeger might just surprise us all. Because like, I have a hard time saying Free is like an original because it had previous seasons. kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm going with Fooly Cooly just because it's the obvious answer to the question for me.
Yeah, everybody was going to want to watch that.
Yeah. I missed the original part because I originally had Grand Blue and I was like, oh, wait, I didn't see the original part. Just.
Well, in the sense that it's like a brand new show that hasn't happened before, it's an original, so I feel like that's an okay answer, honestly.
Yeah.
But if we're trying to do something that's original with not a sequel, then I'd say Jaeger. Seriously, Jaeger. I'd try it. I don't know. But if more sequels are allowed, I'd say Fooly Cooly.
Yeah.
Okay, the least watched original show. Last season, I got this right by guessing Lady Spo.
Which is sad because that's still higher than Beyblades.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh man, Kat predicted Butlers and Battlers, and that ended up having like a decent 14,000 members.
I don't know why it was
Leo
terrible.
predicted the Dances with Dragons one. Yeah. I'm just gonna say Ongaku Shoujo. We didn't even talk about this. It's like another idol anime that Studio Dean is making, and it just didn't seem to stand out in any way.
I saw that too.
all.
It looks very Lolita-ish, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's lolly girls. I don't like that.
Yeah, I have the same pick as Bcom for this one.
I'm gonna
Ongaku Shoujo. I haven't even seen this.
Exactly.
There it is. Okay, I see it now.
Yep.
See, this bodes well, Leo.
Man, that's a wall of lollies. There's a wall of them.
Yes.
Yes.
They're cramming them all onto one page. They barely fit in that frame.
Yeah. I said Okojo no Yamane, which is also something we didn't talk about, but that will definitely be the least watched because it looks like it's for little baby children, but it has a fairy holding flowers, so it's like, oh, I need to watch this.
I hope it ends up being a breakout hit.
I also I have 2 ferrets and I absolutely love them, so that's why we're doing so many bits on ferret obsession.
Nice.
Yes.
I always predict the least popular female centric anime because those are the least watched, to be honest. Even though I love them.
Yeah.
So I picked Yume 100 Princess, not because I think it'll be bad necessarily. I think it's probably going to be very popular
Just
in Japan.
underwatched, yeah.
It'll just be underwatched, especially here. So.
I don't know.
All right,
Japan has it up as their one of the most anticipated shows.
Yeah, I just don't
That's
think
awesome.
people will pick it up in the US because
Probably here, no.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could get easy numbers on if Japan had their own version of Mal or something. What were the most popular shows over there? Sometimes you get things from magazines at least for popular characters and stuff and popular shows, but it's hard to tell how many.
Yeah, but I don't know
people.
how accurate those are, really.
Yeah. All right, here's the big one. Best boy of the season. Let me know. Who is it?
I originally put down Makoto, but I'm changing it to Rin.
Because
I am a Shark Boy fan.
I love
Boy.
his sharp teeth. Oh my god, just kill me now with those sharp teeth. Yes. I'm with you.
I wanted to say one of the main duo of Banana Fish because I think they'll both be good characters, but they kind of canceled each other out. And then I saw that in Sirius the Jaeger, there's this crazy vampire with long white hair being voiced by Takahiro Sakurai that's just called Mikhail, and I just feel that character is going to be ridiculous. So I'm voting him for best boy.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking you're all crazy because Attack on Titan's back,
true.
and it's going to be Levi.
You're not wrong.
What the hell are you guys
There's
talking
the
about?
sex symbol, the ultimate sex symbol that is Levi. It is hard to beat.
The ultimate maid that is Levi.
This vampire boy looks insane.
Right?
He doesn't have a
looks stupid.
shirt.
It's so
He has a
ridiculous.
jacket, a long duster, but no shirt. His shirt is all torn up. He's showing off his V. Interesting. But it looks like he hasn't
All
slept in
right.
decades.
He probably hasn't. All right. Best grill or girl of this season.
Grill.
I would say Weber Grill.
Best
You're going to be grills. I will go first. I heavily into Hanebado. The girl with the short hair, Nagisa, she is ridiculously hot. I hope she's a good character too.
Mine was also
We'll
from
see.
Hanebado. I went with Ayano Hanesaki. I know nothing about her, but she's cute.
Yeah, her name is the one that forms like the part of the contraction, like Hanebado, Hanesaki.
okay, gotcha.
So yes, and it is most likely her story, basically. So yeah,
Well, we both
She
of
is
us,
also really
we can
cute.
just form the show with our picks.
yeah.
There you go.
You guys are probably right. I picked like Mikasa because it just seemed obvious, but now that I think about it, I mean, Hanebado is going to be so attractive to people. So you guys are probably right. Yeah.
I'm still sticking to my guns, guys. Attack on Titan's back. It's going to be Mikasa. Just telling you. That's all I gotta say about that.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Most trashed on show of the season by the community. Last time me and Kat guessed Tokyo Ghoul because people always trash on fucking Tokyo Ghoul. But I feel like it didn't get as much trashed on this past season. So I don't know. We were wrong about that. Brains guessed like SAO Alternative, which I think people have universally loved.
Yeah.
And Leo guessed Alice to Alice. I just think that show wasn't big enough to be trashed on, but I think a lot of people did trash on it because it was bad.
There were so many anime that there wasn't a lot of trash going around. It was just too much stuff to focus on. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was too much to deal with.
Yeah.
All right. So for this upcoming season, my first guess is whatever show Leo likes a lot.
Yes. That's a safe
But
bet.
beyond that, I think that the Norse isekai, the Master of Ragnarok, I think that one has a chance to be super trashed on. We'll see.
I'm going to go with Yamano Susume. And I don't even remember what show that is.
It's the mountain climbing cute girls. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fuck that show.
You've never even seen it.
I don't even know what it's
So
about.
mean. Okay. What about you guys?
I said how to not summon a demon lord because apparently it's really like, I don't know. I think the community is going to shit all over it, even if it's like anticipated. I don't know.
I think you have a good shot there.
You do have a good
all
shot.
Of the isekai
It's
show.
like people love to watch isekai, but they also hate them. And so they're like, why are you guys watching what you hate? I don't understand. But I don't know.
You're right. You're right. I think people are gonna trash on Backstreet Girls because they're gonna hate. They're gonna be like, this show has problems with LGBT representation, and they're gonna be angry and they're gonna shit on it, and they're gonna be right.
Oh, it does.
They're gonna be right, probably.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't touch on that shit at all.
I mean, that's just my. But come on,
I'm
look at it.
interested.
You know they're gonna step a foot out of line. You know they're gonna step in some crap.
Nope.
There's no way they have Japan can handle.
Leo, you already told us the PV had differences.
There's no way Japan can handle this subject in a good way. Let's be honest. Okay.
Well, I think part of their ignorance is how they got away with it this time because they aren't trudging on any of that awful territory you think they would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to see that one. That'll be a fun meme watch whenever we do that. Speaking of meme watches, what do we think is the most memed show of the season? Last season, Kat, Leo, and Brains all predicted Maho Shoujo Ore. They were probably right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chio's Road Home, the Chio-chan no Sugakuro. That one seems primed for memes.
That's actually a good
sure.
pick, Bcom. You have a good shot there. I think it'll be Backstreet Girls again. I am excited for that. I think it'll just be a train wreck.
Jesus Christ.
I am excited for this train wreck that is coming.
I'm going to go with Attack on Titan because it's always been popular with the memes. So
yeah, that's true.
Our next pirouetting Titan, I mean, we'll find out.
Just by sheer numbers, that's a good guess. So yeah.
You're right.
Oh, I went with Grand Blue because from what I hear of that manga, it's just all naked people and drinking. I'm like, people are definitely going to choose these for memes. Apparently there are shower scenes. I'm like, oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh god, that's exciting. All right, the breakout hit of the season. Last time around, Kat predicted Gurazeni. Nope. I predicted Hisone Tomaso-tan. Nope. Leo predicted Hina Matsuri, probably. And Brains predicted Doreiku, because fuck Brains.
Oh. I didn't even bother watching that.
Yeah, we got to give that one to Leo. Hina Matsuri was definitely a breakout.
Yeah, I'm making Bcom watch Doreiku.
Oh, no.
And he hates you for it.
You gotta look. I'm just telling you, you gotta trust me when it comes in the manga, which is what I'm telling you about Backstreet Boys.
I mean, I guess.
I told you Hinamatsuri was going to be fucking hilarious, and even I was surprised at how well it was animated.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was animated
Jesus
super
Christ.
I'm just saying, Banana Fish looks amazing. That's what I think is going to be the breakout hit.
I think honestly all of our picks are really good calls. Like I picked Hanebado. I think it has a chance to cross over a little bit and be pretty big.
Yeah, I'm going with Grand Blue because I really want high hopes for that one.
Yeah, I was torn between Grand Blue and Cells at Work because I don't know. Cells at Work is coming out of JoJo, which is super popular. So I don't know.
That is a good
Both
shot.
of them.
Yeah, they're all good
Man,
picks.
Cells at Work is also going to be great for memes too. I didn't think about
yeah.
it, but like,
Oh, what was the one that we
you
talked
can make
about?
some really clever memes.
Which one
Yeah,
were we
you're
talking
right.
about with the girls that had like the messed up faces? Because that one too.
Oh, that's a Asobi Asobase. Yes, that could be it too. All right. So, what show do you think you will hate the most this coming season? Last season, Kat predicted Uma Musume. Leo predicted he would hate a sports show that I picked, which never happened.
Nope, never happened.
And I predicted Dureiku, and I think I fucking win.
Yeah, because you've listened to our regular podcast. He hates it whenever we get to that
I have to
segment,
moderate between the two of them to keep it from being war.
Yeah, for the first 6 episodes, it was real bad. And then Leo was like, no, we're going to keep watching it. I'm like, you know what? I give up. Let's just watch it.
Yep.
So, Kat, how about you start? What's your most possibly hated show?
Oh, it's that like what's it called? Like Shoujo Kageki, whatever. It just doesn't. I don't
The
know.
Idol Girls?
Yeah, I was just like, whatever. I don't really like Idol. Like, it doesn't look good to me. Maybe I'll be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my pick, and I think I could be totally wrong too. Like, I'm saying Backstreet Girls, but the more you guys are talking about how it's like, well, Leo is talking about how it doesn't really like offend as much as you would expect. Like, I kind of want to say like Happy Sugar Life. I think I'm going to change it to Happy Sugar Life because I've read some things about where that goes.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
I'm not.
You
we'll
might
see.
be good
We'll
with
see
that
about
one.
that.
That might be the best pick, actually. Happy Sugar Life.
So, yeah, I'm going with a show that I know we'll be watching, which is Hanebado, which is, I feel very unfortunate because, like I said, if they do go into this and like the girls are getting torn up over the rivalry and just like overreacting, it's just going to fucking frustrate the shit out of me. I'm not a person who gets frustrated easily. When people overreact, I'm usually the guy in the corner like, I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So I don't want it to do this. I do not want it to do this, but I'm afraid it will just from the PV. So
I can also understand if you're super into badminton, you're going to be very picky about it probably. So I can definitely see that.
I just really like it. I'm not like super into it, but like, if like
okay.
someone's like, hey, let's play a game of badminton, I'll be like, I'll play.
I say how to not summon a demon lord, even though I have no interest in watching this. I'm going to hate something I'm never
gosh.
going to watch.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right.
I'll have to live through everybody else watching it to decide if I hate it or not.
Exactly. All right, and then finally, what show ended on a positive note? What show do you think you will personally enjoy the most? Last season, Kat predicted Wodokoi, which is a pretty good prediction. I predicted Horse Girls Pretty Derby, which I did enjoy a lot. I finished that. That was fun.
I went the wrong direction on the track.
Yes, you did.
You
You
did.
predicted Maho Shoujo Ore, which you did not like.
I enjoyed it a
God, I
lot,
hate this
though.
show.
I mean, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it was a fun ending for that show.
So I'll say I was going back and forth between Banana Fish and this one, but I'll say Hanebado. I just really want to believe that show's going to be great. I think it looks awesome.
That's hilarious because I want it to be great, but I think it could fail miserably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go either way. I hope I'm not disappointed.
I can guarantee we're watching this next season.
We
Yeah, I
are
can almost
watching it.
guarantee
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banana Fish for me. I'm like really excited about that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, I hope I'm not wrong again, but I'm going with Chio-chan no Sugakuro. I think that's going to be really funny. If not that, I think it's the other girl show. I think that'll be hilarious. The Asobi Asobase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna love. I don't know why I keep trying to pick comedy shows, but whatever.
I mean, they're fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said either Free or Cells at Work, because Cells at Work I'm super excited for, but I already know that I love Free, so
Right.
we'll see. Yeah. I'm really excited for Grand Blue. I really want to try it.
Yeah, I hope that one's really good too. I'm excited for that. But
Hooray.
yeah, Mandi, thank you so much
No
for joining
problem.
us to talk about the next season. It was fun having you here. Where can people find you and your podcast on the internet?
I am a co-host on the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. You can check us out on iTunes. You can go to our website, aapodcast.com, and or you can find me on Twitter. You can also find our podcast on Twitter, but you come to me first.
Nice.
I'm just Mandi on Twitter, but I'm also under Sarquindi, is SARQUINDI 01, because some asshole stole my name, which I don't understand because
Wow.
Yeah, like such a weird name
I
already.
made up
like,
my
why?
own name, so I don't know. Someone
Trolls.
saw me on Warcraft and was like, "Oh, that's a good name. I'm going to use that as my Twitter."
Yep. He's still rating right now, just feeling like, I can't believe I got that Twitter name. Ah! That person's gonna be pissed.
So yeah, you can come see me tweet about geeky, nerdy shit and post dumb stuff.
Nice.
Cool.
As for us, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, or YouTube, and hit us up on Twitter at Nerdom and Other. And, if you want to give us more visibility, like, hey, leave us a 5-star review for iTunes.
Yeah,
I know we have one in the
reviews.
bag for next week that I'm so
We do.
excited about.
I'm not that excited, but I'm going to do it.
So tune in next week if you want to hear that, as Leo will be reading that one as
gosh.
requested. But yeah, that wraps things up. I hope this helped you guys figure out some of the shows that you want to watch this summer, or what you want to skip this summer also. Stay tuned for our First Impressions podcast coming a few weeks into the season once a few of the episodes are out for all the shows. And we'll all see you next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thanks for having me too.
Later.
Yeah,
We
it
love
was.
having
yeah,
you.
it
We
was
would
fun.
love having you again.
So thank you. All right, well, see you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, see ya.
Later, everybody.
Bye.